Hello, 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 hello. Can you see me? This is Clem Fandango. Can you hear me? Yay! Hello, everyone. Hey there, Dynajack, Thea, Rubbers Ahoy, Kamian, McCulty, and everyone else who said messages before I enlarged the chat and then lost your initial messages. Oops. God, I am off on the wrong foot already today because I was like, oh, it's my streaming time. I'm going to stream. What am I going to stream? Kind of feel like doing some drawing, but I also can't be bothered changing, moving everything around and then having to move it back because I'll have to study afterwards and all that. But I'm in for having a very chill stream today. I don't know why I'm clapping either. It's a bit weird. Very chill stream today. I hope that's okay. I want to maybe I will load into The Sims, but maybe it'll be a chat heavy stream and I'm not gonna talk much about the game maybe. And then we can just have a little chat. Yeah. Sounds nice. Okay, let's do that. I'll open up. I mean, it's either that or in between, given that I haven't done the Stardew Valley streams with Sean for, I think, almost 2 weeks now, I started my own save of, my own farm. And we've almost, surpassed where we were when it was the two of us working together. I've got a farm that has chickens and ducks and rabbits and cows and goats and a pig. And I think I'll stream just the stuff with Sean, otherwise it'll be confusing. But yeah, I mean, you saw the first 4 streams. I'm going to be interested to look back at Stardew Valley and just see how grumpy I am and how, irrationally grumpy I am about perfectly normal things in the game. Because I have been very, very surly when streaming it. Part of it is probably just because I'm streaming with Sean, and Sean just has that effect on people, I think. It just makes them surly. But yeah, it's grown on me, the game. So I figured out, this stream that I've been doing, I mean, the save I've been doing by myself, I've not been socializing with anyone. I've barely, occasionally I'll give them a gift if I'm passing them or whatever, but I haven't been going to the festivals. I've just been farming, and that's been so much better than the social anxiety of having to try and make friends with everyone and be good and small town politics and that kind of garbage. Jeez. I don't know about you, but I play video games to get away from socializing with other people. I want to be antisocial. Okay, let me put the music back up on this. What the hell? Audio. Here we go. Master volume. Whoa, here we go. Apply changes. Yes, I think that worked. But yeah, so I'm enjoying Stardew Valley now. So you can all of you who are worried because it looked like I was under so much distress playing the game. It's okay. It's okay. I understand it now. I just need to not socialize with anyone, and then it makes everything so much better. Worrying what people think of you in a game? No thanks. I know, right? Especially because, I was giving gifts to people, and, the thought that counts, all that kind of thing. But it's I'll give them a gift, and they'll be like, ugh, I don't like that. What were you thinking? I don't want to deal with that bullshit. I've got my own trouble to deal with. And I'm going out of my way to give you a present? How dare you? I'm completely, not really taking those in-game mechanics as intended, but, this is how social anxiety works. You kept giving them rubbish you'd found on the ground 2 meters? No, not always! I gave them plants that I found on the ground 2 meters away as well. Like poisonous hollyberries. They saw you pick it up. Hey there, Tabenler, how's it going? You're having a great conversation about sociolinguistics on my special Discord for Twitch subscribers and patrons. It's very fun. I'm very, very much enjoying the one sociolinguistics class I've been... Wait, who's singing in the shower? Oh, that's Asako. Sorry, I just perved on my friend Shuklia having a shower. But yes, linguistics. We were talking about just this really great sociolinguistics course I'm doing called Language and Society. Stop it! Stop making me look at my friend having a shower. It's weird. No! Oh, whoops! Sorry. I thought I was switching to me. Okay, so you're doing fine. Now it's time for you to go outside and paint. Because that's what you do now. That's all you do now. It's the thought that counts. I informed my best friend as rashes spread over their hands. But yeah, so my subject is called Languages and Society in Europe, or Language and Society in Europe. One of those things. And, paint, you fool. And, why are you uncomfortable? Why does everyone hate it outside so much? Is it just because there's piles of garbage there? That shouldn't be a reason. You want to laugh maniacally? Okay, yeah, you could do that. So you'd think Language and Society in Europe would be kind of, well, understandably Eurocentric, right? And, you know, look at all the I don't know, the developed languages of the developed world and all that. And you'd think that it would be very... Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, very narrow-minded in its approach to language and power imbalances and things like that. And it would be looking at, like, Western European languages and things like that. But it's actually really well-rounded, and the lecturers have made a really great effort to include readings that cover... Who are you? Oh, that's Sean. Where did you get that plate from? But yeah, to use readings that cover like a variety of different things and perspectives. So there's one reading which has a sizable portion of it dedicated to Papua New Guinea and the language diversity in Papua New Guinea, and then sort of like contrasts that with languages in Europe and shows how they're similar. So, you know, what you would expect is a very sort of like, you know, the old white supremacist views of, well, the logical conclusion of language is Western languages because they're the best and they're the most, I don't know, eloquent or, you know, that sort of thing. But it's actually putting things in perspective, like saying Western languages are not unique. European languages are not unique in the world. They're just, you know, examples of phenomenon that happens all around the world. So I've been really happy about all that. Sounds like it would either be really fun the way I read it, or something that would be really disappointing, like the gender studies course I took a few years ago. Right. Yeah, I've been really surprised. Like, I didn't choose this subject, to be clear. It was a compulsory subject for me to take alongside my Russian studies. Wait, oh, you need to repair this too. But it's been really pleasantly surprising how, like, the different perspectives that they've used in this. Western languages are the best. Also, buffalo. I remember the buffalo thing. That was fun. Is this magic? Uh-oh. Whoa, got uncomfortable from that magic. Oh, everyone's like, oh my god! Shuklia knows magic! Incredible. Okay, now you go off and socialize with Darth Palpatine. Travel! With your good friend Darth Vader, Sheev Palpatine, and your budding rival Darth Maul. Learning all the internal rules of African-American vernacular English were systematic was a real mind-opener for that little rural kid at university. Oh, I can imagine. it's so fascinating, isn't it? Language, just how language is such a good reflection of just society and how it works and how I could talk about language all day as a sociolinguist. It's just been so nice to get back into, like, you know, this was what I found really exciting at university. Sociolinguistics, that was my jam. Who am I making friends with now? No, not wait, where did Darth Vader go? Darth Vader! Oh, you ass! Okay, may as well talk with Palpatine. Yeah, social power is just such a big part of language. Like, we were looking at something that I thought was really interesting that I sort of also blabbed about a bit in the Discord. Like, today in our lecture we were looking at Russia and former, I don't know if there's any people in the audience right now who are from like a Polish or a sort of former Soviet Union background. But we were looking at just the, you know, like, oh, it's a joint household. we were looking at things like how Russian was a language of power, obviously, in the Soviet Union, and there was a process of Russification where basically people were made to speak Russian in the education system, and it was made to be like you couldn't really get anything good done unless you used Russian to get it. So the status of Russian was basically, you know, elevated by force. People who didn't speak the language were forcibly deported or killed or whatever. So there's a very negative, sort of understandably negative perception of Russian by a lot of people. Wait, where'd you go? Why does everyone hate Darth Sean? I heard France is doing the same thing at the moment. What's it doing? Like, are you talking about in France or the French colonies or? That's so mean. They just left me. Where are they? Where? Darth Vader's blanked out. What? Linguistic imperialism. Oh, is that the word for it? I don't want free earbuds. Hey, continue talking to me. Yes.
So. Yarfa? Desarble?
Zorbite. Yabibo. Yabibo squad. Drenif.
Give fake bad news.
Ruthe. Galarga.
France has been like that for a while now. Yeah. But isn't it interesting how, like, we often think of this in the colonial context of, you know, like, white countries going to non-white countries and doing that. But, you know, the Soviet Union has a case of that with other, you know, like in modern history, has a history of doing that with other European nations. And then, like, we talk about it as, like, post-Soviet countries, but we don't talk about it as post-colonial studies, which, you know, like, I think it could be very easily argued that, you know, the former Soviet countries would be in a state of post-colonization, where they're then, you know, trying to figure out the place of what used to be their national language that was spoken widely and which has been sort of diminished in terms of influence, in terms of power, in terms of just the sheer population of speakers. Like, it's a post-colonial issue. And isn't that interesting, you know? Like the fact that we say post-Soviet, when we could be linking it to other contexts of things that have been happening around the world, but like we make it different somehow. Why is it, you know?
Nyaflu.
Oh, the Sims are quite loud. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Warble Tarbahay
It's kind of loud for me too, actually.
Orbit.
Sim was just erasing this discussion. Entire language cancelled. Whoops. Okay, let's put that down. Oh, I think I might have... Have I fixed it? I like how you select a deep conversation right after having this deep conversation. But what do you all think? Does anyone else come from like a context in which, like, you know, you might have been your country might have been a former Soviet country, or formerly, you know, a part of some other European country? I know that a lot of my audience tend to be from Europe. France has had loads of minority languages. Yeah, that's one of the things that we looked at. Just all the minority languages, which were then like diminished as like patois. Even languages which are, you know, like related to French in some ways have just... Oh, wait, did I just... Am I giving you a heartfelt... No, we're hatching an elaborate plan. That's alright, I guess. I don't want to brighten your day. I'll tell a gross joke to you. And then I'll be cool, happy with you. But yeah, France is an interesting one, isn't it? Like, it's sort of got... It's kind of bigoted to its own country in the name of nationalism. It's sort of like... And it's not just France that does this. It seems like there's a bunch of countries in Europe, and I think Australia's an example of that, saying, you know, one nation, one language. English is our official language. How many languages are spoken here? We've got so many indigenous languages. In France as well, you've got all the minority languages of the different regions, but that's not French. Therefore, we're not going to put any, you know, give any support to people who speak those languages, because they should be speaking our language, the national language, for national pride, even though those languages are part of that nation as well. Isn't that interesting? I just think everything's interesting. Joke about politicians, that always goes down well with Palpatine. You could argue, couldn't you, though, that, you know, former Soviet countries reasserting their national language at the expense of Russian speakers would be a form of nationalism, right? But it's kind of like, would you call that nationalism, or could you categorize that differently? My mother speaks a minority language in my country, and it's very weird to see how it isn't even recognized as a language by many. Oh, really? Is it seen as a dialect, or is it just not seen as anything? Gonna yell at Darth Maul. El Palpatine's like, yes! I'm gonna... Palpatine's just like stuck in between. I like this. I like this dynamic. We've got Sean as the slightly stockier, less well dressed version of Darth Maul, who thinks he's better than Darth Maul. It's seen as a dialect, or an accent. Palpatine is looking very spry and fit. Let's have a deep conversation with Palpatine. Let's rile up this guy.
Eno Planar.
Eno Planar! I know, right?
Bulgaroga.
Bulgaroga.
Growl. Fwibs Puiva. Janarfanai. Flib.
Flib? Oh, jeez. What is he doing? Okay. Oh, he's standing back ready to be riled up. Wait, no, did I not rile? Oi! Oh, I already riled you up. I'm not going to apologize. I'm going to just go back home. I'll say goodbye. Wait. Goodbye. Okay, I can't. Okay, I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna do a you, Emperor Palpatine, and I'm just gonna leave in the middle of a conversation. Going back home. And now you should work on your books. No, actually, you should probably get some food first. Food. And then... Oh, are they still good? Oh, yes! Good. Shuklia's doing great. Shuklia, stop trolling to forums and practice your magic. Practical magic. What about you? Seriously? Is that your painting? Oh, that's horrible. Even I can do better than that. Shuklia has learned all possible spells for their current rank. Sell to collector. Okay, well, if you've already finished all those things, then practice your mischief magic. Yeah, look at Cav making the monies. We should probably move your palette like upstairs or into your room or something so that it's not, you know, you're not constantly disgusted by the gross smells or whatever outside. We have seen paintings and other artwork in game. Yeah, especially Cav's paintings. So you're happy with your food, Darth Sean? Just gonna jump back inside and wash the dishes. Wait. What? No. Okay. Alright, so now it's time for you to do some writing. Friend Sean. Write a genre book. Let's write a non-fiction. I know you're tired, but, you know, there's more important things to be done. You need to write another book. Oh, does that need to be repaired? Okay, what are we going to call this book? Oh, I can't undo. I forgot what it was called. Okay, what is the name of the book? It's a non-fiction book. Oh, I remember these books are meant to take the place of his YouTube videos, aren't they? So, the bell curve. Exposed! You won't believe the kinds of things I've seen. That'll do. Okay, let's see what Cava the Putt is doing. That's alright, I guess. Yeah? I'm inspired. Thank you for the 100 bits, McCulty. Were you doing that so I think that Sean had come? I know oh god. The hot dogs just slowly going off as I eat them. Well, I did think it was Sean, but at the same time, I know he went to bed late because he was playing PUBG for ages. You know how you've got, like, in your Steam list it says what people are playing? Yeah. The man likes to PUBG. Oh wow, that one's finished already? Oh, I guess I did tell Cava the Putt to draw an abstract painting, didn't I? Okay, so you're gonna have a little sleep. What about you? Chunky! Ooh, his writing scares him. I guess it is a pretty scary topic, isn't it? The bell curve. Sean from YouTube has integrated into the PUBG matrix. Sean from YouTube is playing PUBG until 5 AM. Oh, and also chatting about his video. seems like this one's gonna be a lot of work. Because it's the kind of topic, you know, about the Hiroshima bombings and Nagasaki bombing that you need to get right. Yay! You finished a book! Okay! Oh, you're probably sleepy. Publish it later. Oh, everyone's asleep. That's cool. And what? Everything's breaking. Everything is changing. Wait, what?
Gora!
Let's watch Sean need to go to the toilet. This is very much what it's like living with Sean. Just fumbling around the house in his hot dog costume in the middle of the night. Okay, yeah, let's not look at Sean going to the toilet. Wait. Was Cabba the Putt just laughing in their sleep? You like my little clown costume there. I hope I don't laugh evilly in my sleep. Alright, yeah, that was good enough for a sleep. Now I'm going downstairs to discuss preferred schematics with the droid. Whoa! Oh, I forgot we have a dungeon. That's cool. Okay, Darth Sean is the only one who's awake right now. What's that? Wait, where am? Oh, there. I'm impressed that he can use the toilet while wearing the hot tub suit. Yeah, it seems like it's a one piece, doesn't it? Rename thing. Enthused about First Order. But you're a member of the Resistance! I guess this is why you need that redemption arc, huh? What are you gonna do? Eat applesauce? Oh, that's weird. I guess you can go eat that applesauce. And then, after you've eaten that applesauce... How on earth does one forget a dungeon? I don't know. To be fair, I didn't make this house. Hey! Oh! Good night, sweet Jabba. Got $70 in royalties. And now you need to... Wait, no. Not self-publish. Sell to publisher. Bell curve exposed. Quality poor. Oh, that's funny. That's great. So Sean is just starting to make a little bit of money. Okay, well, what this means is that given that Sean is going to make us a lot of money, let's give him a thoughtful shower. And then after he's had his thoughtful shower, then he can work on another book! Why are you embarrassed? What have you done? Sharing... Privacy? Oh. Did I walk in on Sean in this? No, it must have been Shuklia. Let's write a genre book. Poetry this time. We all know Sean is good at poetry. We've all read his poems. Oh, we don't get along apparently. Why are you embarrassed? Cannot answer. Oh, okay, right, yeah. Whoops. Okay, magic time! You're almost up to the next level. Where are you going? No! Oh, I guess you should probably get some food, yeah. I'll clean up. Shukli has learned all possible spells for their current rank. Well, practice untamed magic then. Oh, yowl, a complaint in rhyme. That's clever. Okay, so what will this poem be about? It will be about Stephen Crowder. Then what rhymes with Crowder? Rowder. Couldn't be prouder. But actually, he's bad. In the powder. What are you doing? You're cleaning up? Time to do another painting! Yes! Write a book while inspired. Write for 1 hour while inspired. This is good. Publish 3 books. Well, we're almost there. Then you'll get all this satisfaction. Mm-mm. Why would you laugh at yourself? Write 5 good books. Okay, well, I think you're a long way off that one. Sheev Palpatine? Yeah, come on over. And you hurry up, level up. Wait, where can we see that? Oh, yay! Okay, so cast long distances. Also, Sims no longer know who cast the spell on them, so they won't negatively react to you. That's what we want. And yeah, practical spells and potions, that seems good. Ooh, unlock magical social interactions with other spellcasters. Why isn't that going up any higher? Oh, okay, you need to be another level in order to do that. Moat Hound. All spellcaster charge increases are reduced. I don't know what spellcaster charge is. I'm sure it's not that important. What did we do there? Yay! So clever you are, Shaklia. Practice untamed magic. Oh, that's quite a nice picture. Wait, why are you uncomfortable? Why is everything so bad outside? What is the problem with outdoors? It looks fine. Perfectly fine. Alright, after Sean's finished that book, Emperor... Oh, maybe it's because Emperor Palpatine's coming over. Maybe he makes the place look bad. Where is he? I guess he's kind of an older gentleman, so it might take him a little while to come over. Oh, what are those? Hamburger. Wait, I think I heard a male, masculine emperor voice, no? No, that must have been Sean going, aha. Ooh, decursify. Open spellbook, what does that do? Free yourself from the effects of a magical curse. That's cool. Keep your plants healthy and bug-free. Create a tasty meal out of thin air. All very good. I wonder if we can summon the... Oh, we don't have any dead people, do we? That's a shame. Why are you smelling that burger? Yeah, the outside looks much better than the inside. Oh, Darth Sean can now write screenplays! Look at you! Look at you go! Darth Sean! Stop it! Cover the Putt! Out of the way! You're distracting him! Let him work! Let him work! No! You didn't finish the... Oh, you did. Where are you going? You're going to snap on the... Oh, because Kava the Putt was sitting there. That's funny. Okay, that was the sound of Kava the Putt urinating. A bit awkward. Okay, once you're done toileting, I will sell this to Sims Necromancy as Joy. Really? Oh wow, I'd rather come sell this painting than wash my damn hands. I feel like we've been sort of like hovering around 18,000 simoleons for like the past week, despite all the effort we've made to sell paintings. So it's like, it's not worth it. Create 3 emotional paintings, but Cav has no emotions, it seems. There's no option to make an emotional painting. Oh, you gotta go to the magical land. Alright, so classic painting. Wait, what? Oh yeah. For those of you just tuning in, we've currently got a situation here where, what if I just move everyone here? But yeah, we currently got a situation here where, Darth Sean is trying to join the dark side and then have a redemption arc and join the resistance. Meanwhile, Shuklia is trying to destroy the entire franchise, Star Wars franchise, by learning magic from a competing franchise and mastering it, and then using that to destroy the Star Wars universe. And on the other side of things, Kava the Putt is just interested in money and is just gonna, you know, get lots of money. Kava the Putt has no story. Oh, also Shuklia is part of the First Order, and Kava the Putt is a scoundrel, meaning like Han Solo type. Shuklia tears down the veil. Yes. Okay, Shuklia. You can find rare collectibles by exploring space in the rocket ship. Good to know. I always start these games determined not to cheat, you know? Like, determined not to use the cheats to get money. Why is there no one here? This isn't right. Has everyone gone home for their magic dinner or something? What the hell? Oh, there's someone. Jewel! Come back! Okay, now. Casual discussion has been initiated. Yes! Oh, and you're a special boy. Practical magic. Houston Worthington. Hello, my name is Houston Worthington. Let's brighten your day. Oh no, reveal my brilliant invention. Yeah, that's the thing, like, in the end the cheats are what makes the game fun. So, maybe after this day, I will just make us a lot of money. Challenge to ask for right of disillusion? Magic jewel? Friendly jewel? Tag dag? That's a term in Australian English, which means that, you know, the tag of your shirt, if the tag is showing, like if it's sticking out of your shirt, we say, hey, you're a tag dag. I didn't realize what it was about, but apparently it's, oh, enlist in the First Order, please. Apparently it's related to like sheep. When sheep's tails haven't been docked, they can sometimes like crap on their tail, and then the crap just kind of sticks there and stays infected. And it's I probably should have given the content warning for grossness, but anyway, that's what a dag is. So I found that out from my Kiwi former partner, because I said, "Hey, you're a tag dag," and he was like, "Gross! Why would you call me that?" And I was like, "What?" Didn't realize it was so offensive. But yeah, understandable. It's pretty gross. Yeah, I used to, like, when I played The Sims more regularly in high school, I used it very much as a whoa, as an architecture simulator. Why don't we do that and make our house actually livable? Because it looks like crap right now because I don't have the DLCs. I keep losing. Let's do it again and again and again. Oh, dramatic music. This is very much like the magic in Harry Potter, and I wonder whether they're aware of this and that's why they did it. Did I win? No, I think I keep losing. I guess it's because you're kind of like a master at magic, and I'm like a protege. Use your lightsaber on him this time, you'll win. It's probably true. Gonna make some mac and cheese in the cauldron. Delicious cauldron mac and cheese. Mmm. He looks like he's a yoga teacher. He does, doesn't he? Laughing at my cooking. That does not look like a spellcaster. Wait, am I or am I not cooking? Is this cooking? Yeah, I made some delicious mac and cheese in that cauldron. Oh, 11 left. Oh, that's really cool. Grab all servings, yes. All from me. Oh, hello, Bill Casey. Thank you for the 95 bits. I hope you have a good sleep. Just eating some mac and cheese by myself here. Some magic mac and cheese. Madge and cheese. Does that work? No, it doesn't. What's up here? Ooh. Search for terms. Up here. There are plenty of bookshelves downstairs, but I want to find terms here. Grab all servings is how Obelix got his super strength. Did you find terms? Like, I mean, this book is kind of full of terms. Like, they know what a term is, right? What are you doing? Just having it. No! Shukliya! Let's grab all the servings. Did you just steal some mac and cheese? So, I wonder, is it still like when you've got all the mac and cheese? Oh. Cannot be sold or deleted. That's a shame. Well, I guess I'm gonna have some dirty mac and cheese in under my belt. Possibly literally. Oh, look at that! Shukliya's made a new friend! Oh! Oh, that's lovely. Well, can I go back to you? Switch control to Kava the Putt, yeah. Alright. Okay, it is cheat time, everyone! I can't remember how to do the cheat to get... Oh, wait, no, I don't even need to. Modify household, MC cheats. Increase funds. Maximum amount is 9999999, so I'll give myself 9999991. Yay, Rosebud! Gain 1 million simoleons in a single household. That was not an achievement. It's something that makes me feel very ashamed. On the other hand, let's have a look. speed reader, marketable. Oh, we forgot to make Sean sell his book. Oh, that's what we're saving up for, isn't it? Okay, Sean, where are you? Dark Sean from Death Staff. That is a very Sean thing to do. Play chess by himself because everyone refuses to play it with him. Whenever we go to board game cafes in Liverpool, we often have a thing where I will play one game. I will agree to play one game of chess with him, and then when he beats me after like 5 turns, then ooh, screenplay. Then he's, you know, he has to play what I want to play, which is often a lot more entertaining, just objectively speaking, you know. What is the name of this screenplay? What is Sean's screenplay going to be? His screenplay is going to be what's another like I don't watch his videos. Didn't he do one about that university, PragerU? What PragerU? No. Everything PragerU does wrong in 5 minutes. That's the kind of video that he'd make, isn't it? You know, like just have everything short to the point. He'll have an example of something that it does wrong, then and then it cuts to like his smug voiceover talking about, you know, how they're wrong because he's clever and he knows what he's doing and they don't. And then like next example, and then there's like a brr or a ding or something like that. Yeah. What PragerU, everything PragerU does wrong in 5 minutes. This book is dedicated to my friend, Mr. Prager. There. Oh, Kevy's not doing too well. Oh well. Time to resume your painting even though you feel bad. Hey, you're having fun. Stop grumbling. What is it that makes this play? Okay, once everyone goes to sleep, I'm gonna... Ooh. The deadline for the freelance contract is coming up. Finish any task before it's too late. Oh shit, I forgot he's a freelancer. But like he's done these. He did those. It's weird. Don't understand how that works. Does the book also go ding or brop? Both. It's a magical book. Oh, look at Sean's job performance. It's no good. How are you going with that picture cover the putt? What are you doing, Shaklia? You're having a little sleep. Where? Why would you do that? Just have a sleep. What is so wrong about having a bed? Okay, that's it. I'm gonna... Let's refurbish this house. Make it a little bit more cheery. We've got the money to do cool things now! Look at that! Arcanist's Retreat. Alchemist's Scullery. Galactic Abode. Carabast Corner. Meditation Gardens Distant Desert. Tap Cafe Patio. Summoner's Work. Summoner's Nook. Okay, let's make a Summoner's Nook in here. Is that a shower? No, it's a book thing. Wait, what else is there? Personal Cantina. Foodie Fantasy. No, not interested in any of those. I feel like there was more cool stuff. Look at that. It looks like an outdoor place. So let's buy this. Don't know why we've got that tent there. Buy room. Oh, it's a little... How do these, like, pre-purchased rooms work? Do you just, like, plop them in an existing room? Or... Maybe I'll put it in the dungeon, because no one uses the dungeon. So I'll put it here. How does that work? Okay, yeah? What happened to the staircase? What am I doing? I'm so confused, everyone. Where's the staircase? This looks terrible. What have I done? What? Wait, what is that? Oh, that looks nice. Oh. Is that what the nook is meant to be? Did I... What am I doing? Stop it! I'm so confused. This looks like shit. It looks so much nicer in there. So it says you can place it on your lot and move, resize, or edit it like any other room. You can also quickly buy the room as is. Oh. How do I undo? Because this was a bad idea and I don't like it. Okay. So. Oh, so you just take the things that you want. Right, okay. Well, let's get rid of this stuff, because, like... What's it for? Armory supplies? For what? What war? There's no war, we're all friends here. Oh, I'm not making any money from this. Damn. Well, why don't we keep that First Order stuff in there, because, you know, Shuklia is a proud member of the First Order. How do I... There. Okay, this is her spellcaster. Oh. Oh, it's a little bit... Oh. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, this is like a dueling circle, isn't it? Riveting end table. Yeah, I can't figure out rooms either. I don't like it. Small garden plants. Okay, you know what? We'll just keep the potion thing in there, because I'm confused. Toilet, bedroom, okay. Arcanist's retreat, yes. That's what we want. Give that to Shuklia. No longer the plain old bed. Let's fill your room full of light. And let's see if we can make this work. Like this. Yeah? Did that work? Why is there a tree in the house? And there's a bit of cliff in there as well. Okay, yeah, that's not gonna work either. Alright. Why does everything I do have to be done poorly? Incantation sheets. Okay, what we'll do is We'll just get the bookshelf, right? Wait, why not? Eh? Why? Why can't I put it against the wall? What's the issue there? It's like it's only acceptable when it's in the way of something else. What the? Why? What is its problem? Is the roof not high enough or something? What's going on there? Oh, forget it. Okay, so basically the only thing that's going to be different for Shuklia is that they have a slightly different bed and a window. So much for this great renovation I was thinking of. Oh yeah, no, I wanted to change the wallpaper. Yes. Yeah. Wait, how do I make it so I can see? I want to be able to see this wall. I can't remember. Oh, there we go. Yeah, look at that. Okay. We'll still keep the Star Wars door because, you know, this is a Star Wars house after all. It just happens to be a magical Star Wars house. God, this place looks disgusting. You could maybe use the BB move objects cheat. Oh, yeah. I could. If I were a clever person. Okay, let's get back into this Arcanist retreat. Anything else? Spellcaster Bassinet. No. Funkenstein collection. Will-o'-the-Wisp desk. Like, all that stuff is very nice, but Shuklia's room is very small. On the other hand, I want a nice room for Kava the Putt. Are there any nice Star Wars rooms here? No, that seems like a sex dungeon. Okay, so, these places are garbage. Let's get a Star Wars bed. I want a Star Wars bed. If they didn't include any special Star Wars beds, I'm gonna be grumpy. Yeah, they didn't include any special Star Wars beds! Isn't that ass? And like, Cav doesn't need anything anyway. What I might just do is just change the... Like, just make this place a little bit more bright. Because it's really dark right now. How do we make it lighter? There we go. Put some lovely lights in here. Any Star Wars lights? That kind of looks a bit Star Wars-y. No, this is all like spellcaster stuff. Oh, Lunar Lantern! Yes, Star Wars light. Okay, no, that's going on the ground, is it? That's not really what I want. Glowing capsule, yes! Glowing capsules everywhere! Glowing capsule in your hair! I think what happened with this house is that all the lights were from DLC. So that's why this house is so dark. These lights aren't very good either. Not very powerful. Wait, why won't that work anywhere? Yay! Oh, bright lights. Wait, no, those are lights? Why aren't they on? Oh, I'm so cross, everyone. This house is so ugly and dark. It's disgusting. No wonder everyone's so depressed. Is this meant to be a baby? I don't even know what that room is. Oh yeah, it's a baby house. Dang, baby house. We don't need no baby houses. Dun, yeah, it's got really weird angles, doesn't it? It's very ugly, and I think part of the reason why it's ugly is because of the fact that we don't own all the DLC. I feel like this would be a lot more attractive if we owned everything, but I'm not gonna spend like hundreds of dollars just to make one house look good, you know? I'm better than that. Oh, what an achievement! You finished writing another book! Okay, Sean, now that you're feeling all confident, yeah, okay, I'll let you go and tell your friend the robot about it, and then after you've done that, you can sell to publisher. Everyone's only friend is this droid, and I think that's adorable and how it should be. Look, we're not even friends! Oh, are you best friends? Oh, good friends with the droid, that's so sweet, and yet we barely know each other. Neither friend nor foe, just an average relationship, but you're friends with Sheev Palpatine. About Shuklia. Dislike. You've got beef with the architect here? Nice. Wait, how much money did... What did we make that money from? Oh, royalty report. Yeah, everything PragerU does wrong in 5 minutes got $156. Not bad. Okay. Someone's gonna be a good breadwinner. Oh, you're a bit sleepy, but... Good on you, Sean. And you're feeling nice and you know, perky and ready for another hard day at work. Write a motivational book. I can see him writing a motivational book. I got out of bed this morning and you can too. Oh, I'll call it that. It's probably a little bit mean of me, isn't it? Honest. Oh, such a good lad he is. Let's see if Shuklia is also best friends with... Oh, that's so sweet that they're such good friends. Shuklia, go and do spells! Bills. Uh-oh. Oh. Don't need to worry about bills anymore, do we? Well, let's let Shuklia pay the bills this time. I always pay the bills. Pay bills. Oh my god, those bills would have been all the money that we'd earned, like, naturally. 3 emotional paintings. It doesn't give me allow me emotions to have. Although I think you can go into a place that elicits an emotion. What is the emotional aura here? Read Common Traps and How to Spot Them by Admiral Akbar. That's a funny Star Wars title. Look at these things just hanging in the air because we don't own the prerequisite shelves. Okay, Shuklia, time to use your magic skills. Repair that. So Sean can listen to nursery rhymes again. Oh, why are you so uncomfortable? I couldn't reach your mailbox, but I managed to throw the mail in there. Good luck getting it back out. What? In where? Rhapsodize about piano sonatas to the mailbox? Power, auto sell, or store? What? Auto sell what? Why are we selling water? Oh, you finished writing your book! Oh goodness, Sean is on fire! Wow, that was motivation there. 3 out of 5 good books written! Good on you, Sean! You deserve this sleep. And then tomorrow, you can go back to trying to be friends with what's his name? I mean, Palpatine. And let's change this baby house. Because, like, there are no babies in here, and there are going to be no babies in here. You mark my words. No babies in this area at all. No baby making allowed. No random things hanging on non-existent shelves. Just weird. Oh, wait! It's visible! Did I just get rid of... Oh. Oh. Well, I guess we can keep the... No! You know what? Go away! I'm gonna start from scratch in this crappy room. Don't need space. Oh no, we'll keep those. They're cute. But besides that... Can you make him write a motivational book on how to write quickly and properly and then send me a copy? Sure, that'll be next. Anemone wall sconce. Okay. Let's brighten up this ugly room. What's that? No, yeah, I know it must be. I don't want to put that anymore. Go away! Stop it! No, stop it! Jeez. I don't want to place anything on any wall. Okay, so let's... What is that? Art lighting? So there were lights on there. It's just they're not functioning. This is so weird. I thought there was something weird going on with the lights. Okay, so what's this place gonna be? What are all the different things we can make? So don't open that jar bar. I don't really want a bar. So there's that cauldron thing. Functional off the grid. What grid? What's a grid? Backyard observatory. Microscope. Logic skill. Rocket science. Steampunk flyamajig. Eh? Digital camera. Bonsai. What does it mean by off the grid? We've got one of these in the house. We've got an easel. Ooh, woodworking table. Wonder if we can, like, make stuff. Digitalistic sketch pad. Oh, that's very nice. That's cool. Trending style board. Style influencer. Oh, you can be an influencer? Does that mean that Sean could be an influencer? Huh. Okay, that's something to look into because that might be a better fit than nice rack. Just bars and meh. He can be a blogger, a video blogger? Oh my god! Okay, so yes, Sean. Change of plan. Change of plan. Change freelancer trade. Is that what I should be doing? Haven't even gotten paid. Once. Hey there, Surfing Raichu. Oh, it's part of the oh, okay. Freelance artist, freelance pro. Okay, right. So it's a celebrity thing. Oh, I should get that just for Sean. Then Sean will be a celebrity in the Star Wars world, and then everyone will want to be his friend. Then Palpatine won't ignore him. I mean, Darth Vader. I think Palpatine's doing okay because he's just lonely, but like Darth Vader. What are you doing? You're trolling to forums. You're gonna nap on the couch. This is your bed! Shuklia. If you're gonna nap somewhere, don't you dare set your bed on fire. What is it about that couch that is so tempting that everyone wants to sleep on it? Like, oh, Yeah, come on over. You didn't come over last time you said you would. Palpatine. There's some more random people I didn't ask to join. Ass. Energized, eh? What's next on your list? 2 more good books you need to write. Well, after you eat some food. Oh, Shuklia's probably got a bunch of like rotten mac and cheese in her bag. I'm hungry and need a shower. I'm gonna go outside and talk to the droid, says Sean. You know, I'm gonna put some bloody lights in here. This place is so depressing. I don't understand. Kulala, the Defender wall light. Wait, is a power consumption rating 10 if it's very good? That always confuses me. Functional off the grid. I still don't understand what that means. Like, does it mean that it doesn't consume any power? Because if so, just cover this place with bugs. There we go. Why is it playing creepy alien music? Do they not like windows anymore in the Star Wars universe? They've got windows, but it's like there's zero light coming in them. This is like the least airy like place I've ever seen. It's awful. Eat some food. Sean. Ooh, fridge of steel, eh? Have dinner. Have some vegetable dumplings, Sean. And then have a shower. You're disgusting. Take a speedy shower. While you're all energized. Yeah, these are windows, believe it or not. Did you make some more? You made some nice... Oh, cooking level 2, Sean! Oh my goodness, that's even further than his con IRL. In terms of cooking levels. I should stop being mean to Sean when he's not on stream, you know. I should be kind. Sean's very good. What's that? God, why is this place so dark? We have to do something about it. Is it just the floor? If I change the floor, is it going to be nicer? Room? Oh, this is new. I don't remember any of this. Styled rooms, okay. No, we don't want anything to... Oh, lovely. Snot green. Oh wait, I thought that was going to be the floor. It's kind of nice. Snooze cruise control. Kind of like this floor. It's still dark. Well, now I've got a wooden floor for no reason. Wooden floor in my room with nothing in it except for a single bed. And the place is still bloody dark. Oh, you know what? It's probably because of this darn thing. Making casting shadow over everything. Stuff the room full of plants. Alright. Plant. Snaky plant. I actually don't like flowers IRL. between that and that one? I don't like them because I'm allergic to everything. I have terrible hay fever. Why don't you just keep letting me put the flowers down and I'll tell you when I don't want to put down flowers anymore. Yeah, I'm allergic to them, so it's more of a functional thing than anything else. Nothing against them personally, you know. I don't wish all flowers were dead. What other objects? What objects? Try getting to bed now. There, that'll do. Lovely. Made it a little bit more cheery, don't you think? It always seems like darkness. I mean, like, I know it is darkness right now, but it just always seems that way. What are you doing? Research workout tips? Oh yeah, that seems like something he would do. What the hell are you doing? You just... What are you doing in Shuklia's cauldron room? Making a midsummer themed room? Well. The film's... I didn't even notice you were there! I guess he was a good guest. Seen and not heard. No, don't scrap... No! Don't scrap the painting! Go up and write another book. This is why we employ you, Sean. Workout guide, yeah! Cooking pumpkin soup in the big cauldron. I don't know if that... Was that pumpkin soup? Okay, Sleeping Standing Up. This is an energized book. So what's a good book that Sean would write? I mean, it would basically be Sleeping Standing Up, you know, like, who wouldn't do that if they could? How to make... This is a workout one, right? So... Do weights every day. It's good. I like working out, brah. No, I'll get rid of the comma. I like working out, brah. So that way it's kind of ambiguous as to whether I'm just using sort of like a lack of punctuation to be, you know, to be cool, or whether I actually mean I like working out, brah. There we go. Perfect title. Work out through Beat Saber. That would have been great! He was doing that, wasn't he? It's always funny when I went over to visit when I was living in Belgium, and he was showing me the VR, trying to teach me how to Beat Saber, and I found it really scary. I mean, it should come as no surprise that I found the entire experience very frightening. He took a video of me without me knowing and sent it to me afterwards. It's very embarrassing. I think I published it to Twitter once. What's wrong with you? You're uncomfortable? Yeah, well. Why does Shuklia keep coming in to talk when they don't like each other? Like, she's just coming in to have an unpleasant conversation. Like, what is the point of these Oh, okay, I forgot she's evil. That's why she does it. That's very clever, Shuklia. Okay, Shuklia. You need to win at dueling. Can you practice dueling by yourself? No, practice magic! Oh. was enjoying that music and then the... There we go. Okay, Sean. Oh, you need to pee? I'm so glad he's been diligent. This is very much the Sean that I know. In the face of all insurmountable obstacles such as a full bladder and almost crushing fatigue, he will continue to work on his projects, interrupted only by PUBG. Little bouts of PUBG. Oh no, he's done. Oh yay! You finished your book! Oh Sean, I'm so proud. Now please, please go to the toilet. He just always leaves it till the last minute. Wait. Why didn't you... Oh, is that toilet... Wait, why didn't you want to go to that toilet? That toilet was perfectly fine. You... What the hell? He needs to sleep. He was in his room and he needed to sleep. He also needs to go to the bathroom. He walks past the bathroom, he leaves the room with the bed and goes downstairs to lie and have a nap on the couch. What is with that couch that is so, you know, tempting, that invites people so much? Decursify. Free yourself from the effects of a magic curse. Furio. Convince two Sims to argue and fight with each other. Acquire something that doesn't belong to you. Ooh. That's good. Okay, Shuklia is gonna run amok in the Star Wars world. That's really cool. So this is actually gonna be good for her thing. She's basically gonna bring chaos to Star Wars, to the Star Wars universe, and destroy it from within. That is very clever, Shuklia. I like that. Sean! Why are you getting up to have a drink? You need to pee! What the... Now you're gonna have a nap in the tent. What is wrong? Why won't you... Why are you so resistant to this? Sean, do I need to give you instructions? Yeah, I know you're very uncomfortable. I'm trying to help you here. This is... You understand this is your bed, right? Assigned bed. Sean... Sleep after going to the toilet. Jeez. I love the way it covered the puddles. Oh, trolling to forums. What are you doing? Yay! Why are you so sad? Well, you're hungry. So maybe you can resume your large painting and make some money. Oh, I forgot. We don't need to make money anymore, do we? But I guess you do want to just slow stalk over to the canvas. Yes, yes. Okay, complete 3 emotional paintings. Yeah, I found the... I knew there were money cheats. I was just resistant to use them. But now I realized, you know, that's what makes the game fun. And also my house looks like shit. So I wanted to make it look not like shit. By the way, everyone, I'm thinking of doing a stream for... Oh, I didn't realize that was there. Oh, I hope this doesn't go down. Don't you dare tell me this goes down. Wait, why is Shuklia in the resistance as well? Oh, hostile. Wait, what? Oh, I see. Okay, sorry, let me just have a look at this. I was thinking of doing a Halloween stream, right? And, kind of like I did last year. Not necessarily the 6 the 6. Yeah, maybe I will do 12 or 6 hours. I'm not sure. I'm applying to do the Scare-a-thon this October, but if I'm not accepted, then I'm thinking of doing my own thing. So I was wondering what scary games would you be interested? Oh, the computer's broken. Ah, Shuklia. Probably did it on purpose. Well, at least you're cleaning up your puddle. That's probably because Sean wet himself. Anyway, what games would you be interested to watch me play? I'm thinking of maybe getting Sean to join me for some of it, and maybe some other guests, because obviously I can't do it with Jasper this time. But if Jasper wanted to like come join me on stream or something, then we could have like a sort of rolling guest thing, which might be fun. And yeah, I was thinking of, I really want to watch Sean play Tattletale. You saw Shuklia sitting down and the computer instantly break? Oh, that's so sad. Oh, what are we talking about? We're talking about Halloween. For Halloween, I'm thinking of doing a stream. Sean is younger than... This is weird. How come we've aged? I didn't think any of us aged. But yeah, are there any games that we played at the last streamathon? Because there are a few that we started playing but didn't finish. And if some of them were entertaining to you, and you would like us to continue along, then I'd be happy to finish and or do more. Oh, Detention would be a really good one, yeah. Detention. Yomawari. I've got both those games, so they might be good. Yeah, Detention, like, I've been wanting to stream it for a really long time because, like, I did a bunch of research and experienced a lot of stuff about the Taiwanese White Terror era. How is Sean sleeping through this? This is bizarre. I guess he's got really loud neighbors, so... but yeah, I'd love to, like, talk about it while playing the game. Because it's the sort of thing that the game was fantastic. The fact that it was made because lots of people in Taiwan don't talk about that time. It's only really been recently that people have started to really talk about it. And it's also really difficult to talk about it because mainland China has some issues with it. And, you know, talking about it could upset the peace, that sort of thing. So I'd love to, like, go through and discuss it, but of course I'd never be allowed to visit China. I'm already scared to download WeChat just because I lived in Taiwan. Have I played the Resident Evil remakes? I actually did one Resident Evil stream with Justice Kazi. If you look on my profile, I've got like a list of games that I've played, and you can click to see the VOD of this game. It was a lot of fun. I was very frightened. I didn't even get to the really scary part. Sorry, we're just watching Sean sleep. While we're talking about this Halloween thing, let's just watch him sleep. Oh. But yeah, I went on like a democracy tour in Taiwan, which was like it was like basically take all the foreigners out and show them some of this stuff in our history. Obviously, it will be like it was run by the government, which was this at the moment. The government, I think it's still at the moment. I'm a little bit behind in my Taiwanese politics, but for the first time, the opposition party was elected. So during the White Terror period, it was just the one political party. But then after the White Terror period ended, there were two main parties that were introduced, but the same party that was in before kept getting voted in with the majority parliament. But when I had just come to live in Taiwan, it was the first time that that the opposition party had gotten majority power. And I think as part of it, because the opposition party, which is the one that's in power now, was involved in the resistance against the White Terror period, obviously they wanted to tell the foreigners about that to make themselves look good. You know, so like I went in there sort of expecting, because I am really into propaganda, so I was really interested just to see that. But even sort of propaganda aside, some of the stuff that went on there was really, really horrific. Like we went to some of the detention camps and we actually, a survivor, we came in and talked to us about his experiences, and there was, really, really interesting but very disturbing history there that many people didn't talk about. And it's also one of the reasons why I am so skeptical of the United Nations now, because they basically turned the other cheek to let it happen because it was in their best interests to do so, for reasons which I'll go into when we actually played attention. But yeah, that's a really, really good suggestion. That's definitely going on my list. Are we still talking about Sean sleeping? No. Yeah, the United Nations is such an interesting topic. I don't know if any of you have read this book. It's by a Norwegian author. The English title is Sophie's World. I think it's like Sophie's Verden or something like that. That's my version of Norwegian. That's a guess of what it would be in Norwegian. Laugh maniacally nice. But it's this really cool book that introduces philosophy while telling a kind of trippy story at the same time. But the author is really, really into the United Nations and keeps talking them up in it. Like, it's almost like the United Nations are a character in the book. Oh, you read that back in school? Nice. Why are we having such uncomfortable conversations together? It's weird. I don't have any beef with Shuklia. You tried reading it as a kid but didn't get through. It took me a few goes. I found it, like, the beginning was quite dry and at least the translation was quite simplistic, so it bored me a little bit. But sort of, if you stick with it, towards the end it gets really trippy and interesting. Yeah, I've only read it the one time, but I'd be kind of keen to read it again and see whether it's still boring to me at the beginning. He's like, excuse me? Are you still here? Why are we having an awkward... God, why does Shukla... Oh, I think she does it on purpose because she's evil. But so is Kava the Putt. Kava the Putt is also evil. You'd think they'd find that, you know, an opportunity to bond or something. Wikipedia tells me Sophie's World has been adapted into a PC game? Oh my god, I gotta look this up. Sophie's World. So, speaking of which, like going back to video games, what are some games, like some scary games that you'd like to see me play? And they don't have to be scary games. They could be games that you know will scare me. Like, for example, I mean, there's Subnautica. Oh shit. No, actually, just scary games. We'll just go with the scary games. I'm saving Subnautica for when I can actually be there and play it with Sean, so Sean can protect me and like take over when I get too frightened. No Subnautica. I'm not putting that down if anyone suggests that. But, you know, any other ideas? You were really slow at this painting, Kava the Putt. Resident Evil Revelations 2 co-op. Oh yes, I think you did, yeah. Resident Evil Revelations 2. I think Death Trap, is that what it's called? Death Trap? It's, someone bought it for me for the purpose of last year's Streamathon. I mean, Nerpathon, and we didn't get time to play it, so I would love to play that. There's a Night Trap. Night Trap, I think it is. That sort of 80s FMV game about the people in the house. One of those disgusting, edgy visual novels would be very scary, but not in the conventional sense. Yeah, no, I already had enough from Idle. A Plague Tale: Innocence. It's very fitting in the pandemic. I've heard about that. Is that a scary game? I thought it was one of those sort of RPGs, like Dishonored or whatever. Geez, you were so... Oh, because I pressed play. It's creepy? Okay, I'll put a question mark there. Because, like, if it's too slow a build, then it won't be necessarily good for the Nerpathon, because we'll be, like, going through a roster of different games. Cav P needs to pee. You have gone nowhere on this picture. You've done nothing in this picture, and you've been working on it the whole day. Shame on you. Vampire. That could be something. Actually, let me quickly look through my Steam library. Why don't we hold on a second. Let's pause the game very briefly. I hope you don't mind. And go into the old Steam, and we will change my thingy to screen capture, maybe? No, because then I might get messages from people. Let's try window capture and make it Steam. Yeah, I think that... Wait, no, that's not Steam. Yes, it is. Okay. Window cap... What? Why can't you see anything? Oh my god. I'm so grumpy. Okay, let's try display capture. Ah! No! You can see yourself! Oh, my life. Okay, there we go. Although if I get any messages, they'll probably pop up here. Okay, so let's have a look-see here. We've got finished games, we've got fun multiplayer co-op games for our co-op streams. Most of these ones are games that Sean has already told me he doesn't want to play, but which I've ignored in favor of you know, keeping it there in case he changes his mind or in case I manage to convince him otherwise. We've got Nerpathon. Okay, here we go. Even zero. Alan Wake. I've heard about Alan Wake. Isn't that one of those cool walking simulators I keep hearing about? So, oh yeah, Among the Sleep demo is definitely one that I want to get to because I watched someone play it, I think my former partner, and it was really creepy. Darkest Dungeon isn't really a scary game, but... So I've got Among the Sleep demo, Anatomy, Anna Extended Edition, Blameless, Costume Quest, The Count Lucanor, Darkest Dungeon. If any of these sort of are ones that you know you would like to watch me stream, not scream, just write the title down after I say it. Oh, Dead Space. Actually, I think I would draw the line at Dead Space. That is too scary. Like, it's not scary, but it's jump scary. You know what I mean? And it's a bit much for me. Darkest Dungeon, Darkwood, Dead Rising, Disturbed, Eversion I would like to finish playing, actually, because I really enjoyed the start of that. That was also gifted to me by someone for the purpose of the Nerpathon, so it'd be good to, you know, pay homage to them again this year. That was a cute game. Friday the 13th Killer Puzzle, Inside, It Moves. I know Inside is kind of like a slow burn, so the beginning of it would probably scare me, but it wouldn't necessarily be so entertaining. I mean, people keep telling me Dead Space is not scary, but like, It is! I've watched streams, like I've watched people playing it, and it's terrifying. It moves Jackbox Party Pack 3, which has like the trivia murder party, which I know Sean hates, so maybe I can play that. Maybe I'll make him like it. Layers of Fear we played last time and finished. We could maybe try Layers of Fear 2. Gone Home would be scary for Kev, really? Oh yeah, I think I've read about it, and I think it did seem very, very creepy. Dead Space 3 is co-op? Oh, that might be something. Co-op. Yeah, inside the fall I've heard is interesting, but like the picture in the store of the fall, like the cover of the game is like looks like a dead lady's leg, naked leg, and that makes me very very suspicious of where the direction of that game is going to go. I don't know much about it, so I'm probably very, very wrong, but it's like I always get a bit weary when, like, you know, if that's the image that they choose to advertise the game, you know what I mean? Then is it a game that is direct, you know, am I the target audience of that game? Alien Isolation is a scary game. Oh, I would not play Alien Isolation. That would kill me. Yeah, no Alien Isolation. Maybe Layers of Fear 2. Maybe I can play that with Jasper. Lone Survivor, the director's cut, Medusa's Labyrinth. Monster Loves You isn't really a scary game. Neverending Nightmares is pretty damn scary. Night Trap, baby, Night Trap. That's a definite yes. We will be playing some of that. I love FMV games so much. The Old Tree, Pamali Indonesian Folklore Horror was another game that was bought for me, and we played a little bit of it, and we both got like 1 or 2 endings each, but I was too scared to do anything wrong, so I think we're gonna have to play some more of that, because Pamali Indonesian Folklore Horror, not only is it fascinating to sort of see how Indonesian folklore sort of plays out. I don't know if you've ever seen any Indonesian horror films on Netflix or whatever, but like, oh, they know how to get a good scare. But yeah, there's like 100, like over 100 endings that you can get based on seemingly innocuous things that you do in the game, like touch something at the wrong time of day or whatever. Graveyard Keeper is not a scary game, but it's spooky themed. Graveyard Keeper. Yeah, there might be some of the game. I think it was Graveyard Keeper in the Itch.io bundle, because I could have a look through those. There's probably a bunch of there were a bunch of scary games in there, wasn't there? I remember being very frightened by some of them. The Payne's Creek Killings. I've never heard of that. These are things to look into. Thank you so much for your recommendations, everyone. This is really helping me to brainstorm. Oh, it's forensic detective themed mystery. That sounds like something that I would be terrible at, but also really enjoy. Blackwell Adventure Games? Blackwell Adventure Games. God, I love writing with a pencil. I was just like writing notes before, and like during a lecture, and I was just like, normally I will write my Chinese project, like written tasks in pen, like I'll type it up beforehand, and then I'll use like different colored I'll show you. I think I've already showed on stream, but like this sort of thing, I'll write it up like that. Like this sort of thing. Yeah. Very, very proud of my handwriting actually in Chinese. I think I write very well. But still, I'm writing in pen, and it hurts my hand and it takes forever. And then I was just like writing in my lectures, and I was just writing just random words in Chinese, And it just felt so good, you know. And I was like doing little sketches, and like there's this little self-portrait there. Hope you like it. And then doing like Russian characters, like practicing some of the alphabet and all that. And it just feels so good to write with a nice pencil, you know. Yeah, I like it. I got completely distracted for no reason. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like my handwriting. Yeah, I'm like, the thing is, when I write in English, my handwriting is terrible. So like, whoops, want to make sure I'm not doxing. Okay, this is a letter from a friend, so I'm covering up their address here. But yeah, this is my English handwriting. So compare that. See if you can read any of that. And compare that with my Chinese writing. My English handwriting is really, really poor. But like, for some reason, when I write in like Chinese or Japanese characters, it's great. I get a lot of compliments on it. Blackwell series. The plots of the games generally focus on Rosandula Blackwell, a spiritual medium, and her spirit guide Joey Malone, who work to help ghosts transition to the afterlife. Oh, interesting. I can read all of that, and I can read none of your Chinese writing, so touche. Pinstripe, moving on, is a game which I've played. I actually played that on stream. You can find the VOD in my profile. And also, Layers of Fear, given that I finished that, you can find that as well if you want to watch that. I should probably, don't know if I've got that written down in my profile, Layers of Fear. I should do that. Serena is a game I heard was interesting. Simulacra we finished. That was a lot of fun. It's so silly. It's so campy. It's such a camp game, and I don't know if they intended it to be camp, but I loved it so much. Oh, I love the Simulacra games. If you haven't played them before and you don't mind something to be way over the top and for it to just like punch the point, you know, it's just ham-fisted. Like, they used a whole ham hock to like hammer in the point. So good. I played you write better than some 18th century writers have had to read. Oh dear. And they trained. I did do one stream of Amnesia. You can see that in my profile as well. I'm thinking perhaps of continuing playing more of it because we just got up to the scary part. Basically, I spent like 2 whole hours going as slowly through the game as possible, and we just started seeing like scary things. So if I picked it up from that point, I feel like it would be really scary. So that might be a fun. I might play it. I might do it as like a reward. Like if we make a certain number of donations. Actually, I'm gonna make a note for that. Like a donation goal. Because that was that's gonna be very, very much dreading that, but also kind of excited. I don't know. Slay Away Camp, Shadow Man. Well, of course, I will definitely, if I choose these games or decide to look into them, I'll look into the themes that they follow and see, and, you know, basic things that people have said about them without looking at spoilers, just to make sure the content is something that I would be comfortable streaming, you know, for an audience of other people. So don't worry if you're not sure whether something would be appropriate, just give me names and then I'll vet them afterwards. So it's all good. Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. We played a little bit of Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. I'm kind of like, I know it's a really silly, sort of cute, scary game. I might continue it. Hey there, Blacklam, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Herberton would have plenty of things that scare you but not stress you out too much because you can't actually be hurt or fail. Huh. Well, I wonder if that's a Halloween game or just like a game to play in general. First Silent Hill, that might be worth doing as well. Like the remake or something. I have a question for folks. Do you feel that properties taking influence from H.P. Lovecraft are inherently problematic for drawing from a body of work that is inherently built on problematic elements to inform its horror? That's a very, very interesting question. And like personally, like I'm a huge fan of Arkham Horror, the board game, and its sort of card accompanying card game Elder Sign. I really, really like those games, and so yeah, it's definitely something like I don't think I would ever be comfortable reading an H.P. Lovecraft book, but yeah, like how do you deal with it? I know that what the game has done itself is it's one thing that actually drew me to the game in the first place is that it's pretty much a 50-50 mix of male and female characters, even though H.P. Lovecraft was completely misogynistic. And there is a smattering of people of color in there as well. Like, I mean, some of them are still kind of stereotypes, which is unfortunate. And I guess they were then drawing from the source material. Like, most of the player characters who were women, I believe, were probably just named characters who didn't have much of a influence on the plot. But for the purpose of this board game, they fleshed out the characters, gave them backstories, and made them sort of integral parts of the game. So yeah, like in a way they sort of took something that they thought was problematic about it and changed it. And in a way, it's almost to spite him. Like, he would have hated that. If H.P. Lovecraft saw this Arkham Horror board game, I think he would be really, really pissed off and, like, want his name to be removed from it. So, in a way, isn't that good? Isn't that kind of like, we're reclaiming this thing from you? But at the same time, why not just use franchises that were made by those communities in the first place, made by queer communities or made by women or whatever, and relish those to spite him as well? Like, why don't we forget about him? Or why don't we find other inspirations? It's a very good question. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't know what I'd do without Arkham Horror because it's such a great board game. But yeah, in terms of going forward, I do think it, and I do complain about this a lot. I complain about people trying to like not posthumously, but like after the fact, after finding out that someone is an arsehole, try to say, well, I mean, yeah, they were shit, but they did this really cool thing. So maybe they were trying to subvert it, or maybe we can get something, you know, like, I'm going to bring up a silly example. Zack Snyder films. A lot of sometimes people will try to like take them back and say, well, maybe he didn't intend for that. Like, but in a way, it ends up sort of subverting it, or it ends up satirizing the thing that it's meant to depict. And I'm the first person who'll be like, no, just get a director who'll do better. Like, hire a woman to make the same movie, and or hire anyone else to make it the same movie, and you'll get a much better movie, and you won't have to do all that backhanded like crawling backwards and trying to find a way to make that person look good. But yeah, you know what I mean? It's interesting because obviously Arkham Horror is a franchise that I like, and I don't want to apply the same logic that I just used to that because it's such a great game, right? But then again, that's not me talking about the book, like the books that it's based on. That's me talking about the games that are based on this book, which was these books which were bad and well, which were by a bad person and which cover a lot of really If T.S. Eliot is ever able to watch how gay and colorful and weird Cats is, he would have died from a heart attack. The good news is we've moved forward as a culture, and these days the works we elevate with problematic writers came from straight cis white women. So yeah, baby steps. It's interesting. Like, I feel like there's definitely conversations to be had, and I'm really happy to have those conversations. I feel like there's no point in just, you know, talking about ruling something out just because it's problematic. I think life and everything is more complicated than that. If we ruled everything out just for being problematic, obviously no one would ever be able to experience the world, because the world is inherently problematic. But what's important is just, I guess, critically engaging with these things and being able to make choices to, like, not support things financially, to... I don't want to sound like I'm advocating for people to, like, steal people's products, but, I'm just, in terms of, not giving your money to things, spending your money on elevating things that you think do the good thing that you want to see. But, I've seen a couple of Cosmic Horror authors that don't build on Lovecraft's racism, but I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Wow. I do feel like Lovecraft shouldn't be credited anymore by contemporary works that surpassed all Lovecraft's issues. Yeah, that's exactly it, Like, he definitely was, like, the forefather, you could say, of this sort of cosmic horror. And, for that, I think it's worth acknowledging him. It's worth acknowledging the roots of something as being kind of shit, right? But at the same time, things move forward, and then people are being inspired by all kinds of things, not just H.P. Lovecraft. They're being inspired by this person who was inspired by H.P. Lovecraft. So, and I think that's one of the great things about culture, the fact that we don't have to stick with the classics, And I think a big problem in our society is that we do continue to elevate these classics as though they're still as good as they were back then. I mean, I made a whole video about this in terms of, Green Book and To Kill a Mockingbird and Huckleberry Finn, and books which try to be good, but are of their time. I mean, Green Book obviously isn't, because, it's new. And that's the problem, is because these people thought they were making another To Kill a Mockingbird, but To Kill a Mockingbird is dated, right? It doesn't have the same message that it did back then. So we need to just move on as a culture. And I feel like that's the important thing, like culture moving forward and not being afraid to just move on. We're talking about not giving money to the wizard turf, right? We were actually talking about, like, Lovecraft and things like that, but it is kind of adjacent, because we're talking about these franchises which were popular, which have been influential, which happen to, contain kind of shitty things in them. Like, there's a lot to pick apart there. I get this whenever people bring up whether you should edit out slurs or other badly aged elements from old works to teach them in school. Why are we so focused on classics when there have been new work that has surpassed it? Why are we not focused on newer stuff? Yeah, like, I think it's really, like, it's great to have art, that's old, like Shakespeare and all that, but we need to critically engage with it, and we need to acknowledge that we don't live in a cultural vacuum. Culture is not the same now as it was back then. Things have changed in terms of what's acceptable, in terms of what sounds good, in terms of what is interesting, in terms of what frightens us, in terms of what evokes certain emotions. We react differently to things now, and to pretend that we're just the same, or that we should be the same, is just ridiculous. Like, it doesn't take into account how we as humans work, right? Yeah, it's a fascinating topic, definitely. Have you watched Adam Neely's video on music theory being racist? Oh, I can totally understand. I haven't seen the video. I don't tend to watch people's videos. I'm a bad person. But I can completely believe it. Like, a lot of music theory is based on this old European construct, right? Is that what they talk about? The fact that it's about notes and harmonies and things, and everything sort of like fits in with this sort of Eurocentric and Euro-elevated viewpoint. Yeah, like the one thing that I found really... Sorry, we're meant to be going through these horror games, and you've just been looking at a Steam screen for like the past half hour or something. Let me go back to the game. So I'll just read the three last games. Tattletale, When the Darkness Comes, and Yomawari. Sorry, everyone. Let's get back to the game, shall we? And I'll just... Sorry. I'll play while we keep talking. Fun times. Yes, we get to watch Sean sleeping instead. But yeah, I did this course on Coursera, which unfortunately is no longer on Coursera, and it makes me sad because it was fantastic and I never finished it. It was about sound design, the theory of sound design. And one of the first classes was looking at the... What the hell are you doing down? This is not your cauldron. This is not your cauldron, Cava the Putt. But it was about music theory. Sound design. And it was looking at the concept of timbre. Timbre being like the roughness of a sound. Like, we can say that my voice sounds very smooth and melodic. I'm just going to say that, right? But what if I start talking like this? Is that attractive? You know, like it becomes husky. That my timbre changes. Like it's like, it's got more roughness to it. And what was considered to be aesthetically attractive in old style Japanese music was timbre. It wasn't so much harmony. So if you've ever heard any like old Japanese music which just kind of drones, it's like, and that's like the whole song. It's like, like that sort of thing. That was like, you know, you imagine playing that to an orchestra that had just been playing Beethoven, and it would be easy to think of it as being inferior music, but then it's not taking into account, you know, the thought process behind what makes this piece of music beautiful. And it's the roughness of it. It's the tones and the roughness mixing together and just experiencing the changes. So like there's different ways of viewing music, but the way that I'm just doing this lecture based on, you know, what little I know, and you were just telling me about your this person's video. but anyway, you know what I mean. Like it was something that I'd completely taken for granted before I looked at the sound design thing, and then it's like, wow, it's incredible. This idea that music theory is very much based on what is beautiful to an old Western European ear. That's really interesting because contemporary musicians are experimenting with texture and tones and things. For example, drone metal or drone music in general. Yeah, I heard about that. Finally, the non-binary Christian Bale impersonator we've all been waiting for. I know I took a while on this, but honestly, if someone's making kids sit through something because they assert it's good and it's culture without getting them to engage in what they think of it, they're doing it wrong anyway. Editing something to make it acceptable implies the audience aren't being equipped to engage critically with it. Might as well not bother. That's a really interesting point. Like, I mean, there's also the thought that, like, and this is something that I'm not equipped to talk about. I talked about this in the video as well, like the fact that, you know, in the example of Huckleberry Finn, which has, you know, the N-word sprinkled very, very liberally through it, if you're teaching that to like a primary school group, and there are, I mean, it doesn't matter if there are, well, it's different. Like when there are black students in the class, not only are you like using the N-word in a school setting, or even no matter how you present it, even if you talk about it being this is a bad word, but it was used back then, we're going to read it anyway. Let's read aloud to the class. Like we'll take it in turns, and you know, like you've got like black students in the class who are faced with an authority figure who is dictating to them the terms of this word and whether the context in which it can and cannot be used. Like I mean, I'm assuming the teacher here is white. Is non-black. They could be other ethnicities as well and still be making the same sort of horrible mistake. But like, you know, the kids don't have the authority to say their opinion on whether they're comfortable with this or not. And even if the teacher asks a child, the person is an authority figure. So it's not really, you could argue, the place. These discussions need to be need to be led by, by black people, by black scholars, by black people who deal with this sort of thing, who have to deal with the nuances of this word, and who have very contrasting opinions on this validity. And it's like, yeah, it's not our conversation to have. I mean, I'm talking about it, but I'm talking about it to say it's not really our job. And so even when it comes to these texts, yes, I would agree that by, censoring out the word, it implies that you're not willing to talk about it. And I don't want to be, taking what you said, Makulti, out of context. I think I might have taken it into a different direction to what you were actually saying. But yeah, I think it's not only the will you or will you not engage with the content. It's like, do we have a right to engage with this kind of, do we have a right to lead these discussions? Sorry, is how I should have phrased it. Like, yeah, I mean, is it our job? What gives us the right to be starting these conversations as educators, as non-black educators in particular? Wouldn't it be better to, instead of reading Huckleberry Finn, to learn about how racism is bad and slavery is wrong? Why don't we read something that was written by, a black author that discusses the same issues and does it from a place of actual understanding, And why can't we get like a black guest to come in? I mean, obviously you don't want to tokenize them, but what if someone who has indicated that that's something that they are available to be called in for, why can't we pay them money to be leading these discussions if that's something that they would like to do? You know what I mean? Like, there's ways to engage with these sorts of issues without taking it upon ourselves to say what should and should not be done, because it's not our right to do. We don't know what it's like to be called, that word. We don't know what it's like to be black if we're not black. Like, we just can't. We can be told by all kinds of people, but we just won't know. So to then educate children about it based on our own thoughts, it's not enough, Yeah. What do you think of, say, animated shorts from the Warner Brothers archives being released with disclaimers trying to put the content of the shorts into historical context to explain that they will contain problematic content? I actually really like that. And this is sort of where I'm going with the video that has been taking forever to make about museums and decolonizing museums, because. And the reason why this video is taking so long to make is, well, partially because it's on hiatus right now while I study, but partially, what are you doing? Partially, it's also because the project, the scope gets bigger and bigger. It started out as being like case studies of like 3 different museums, but then so many other museums are dealing with the same issue in different ways, both good and bad, and I just want to talk about everything. And it's so interesting. Yes, that's a rotting bowl of salad just sitting on the counter, and I think it's been there for like a week. But there's one left, so wouldn't want to waste it. Yeah. Sorry, what was your question? Oh yeah, the animated shorts. One of the things that I'm very big on, and also part of the video, the importance of contextualizing racism, the video about Green Book, is that contextualizing makes all the difference. Like, even if the ideal situation is for all the things to go back to the places where they came from and to instead use replicas, like, why do we need the original thing in our museum? Like, why do we need to have one of the Easter Island statues in our British museum? What is the point? It's someone's ancestors, like, well, let's make a replica and let's give them their ancestors back. What is stopping us from doing that? But like, alongside that, if there are things if we do have things and we have something to say about it, and we have the context behind something, and we think that would make for interesting education, let's just put the information there. If we've got a racist statue, if you think it, like, if you're gonna say, oh, this statue is art, you can't take it down, this Confederate statue that was put up in the bloody 1960s out of inferior quality metals because we wanted to rub it in the faces of you know, like, if we want to keep that statue in our park, you know, and not have it torn down, obviously the ideal situation is for that to go, or at least to go in a museum, including a caption which explains that. It explains this statue is not it's not historical in the sense of it wasn't made at that time. It was made after this time as an attempt to intimidate Black people who had just been granted, you know, additional legal rights. It was an intimidation, like, it was a statue made to intimidate, and then dozens of replicas were put up all over the country, made really quickly with very little craftsmanship. That's interesting, right? Like, it's interesting to be able to see that in an educational Sorry, I'm getting really carried away here. It's interesting to be able to see these things with context that acknowledges that. You know, like, what is the problem with acknowledging that these statues are racist? Yes, our country is racist. What's the big deal, obviously, but, like, what is so bad about admitting that? Like... Jesus Christ. You venting about museums is basically me visiting museums in Paris. Oh God, I never want to go to France for that reason. The British Museum was enough. Ugh. Because history is good and tradition is good, actually. Oh my God. The sort of people who get attached to these things don't want you to acknowledge the context for specifically that reason, though. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, and that's why these things need to be made. That's why I'm very much in favor of adding, like, for example, as Hiberius was saying, the context to the racist Disney shorts, because it's like that stuff's. It makes a difference to people. It makes people, you know, think about something that they might have taken for granted before, or they might not understand the context for it. Like, if you're just presented with a racist cartoon, what do you take away from that? Well, that sure was a racist cartoon. That's not interesting. What's interesting is to learn about why it was racist. What makes it racist? Like, one of my second favorite scene from Black Panther was the scene with Killmonger was in the museum. When I saw that scene in the theater, I was jumping up and down in my seat and quietly clapping my hands. I was so happy. Oh my God. Like, I mean, Black Panther wasn't the best movie in the world, but, like, it did some things that other films did not, and that really scratched an itch for me, you know? One good thing that has happened is a statue of Edward Colston that got chucked in the river in Bristol has been preserved in as yeeted condition with graffiti and everything, and is likely destined for a museum, and that's fantastic. And that's the thing, and other people don't realize that's history too. People rebelling and taking down these statues because they no longer agree with them. That's history. That's culture, right? That's what makes culture fascinating. The fact that it doesn't exist in a vacuum. That it's reflective of our current state of mind, and those kinds of fossils are so, you know, interesting. Okay, so what are you gonna do, Sean? You gonna jump in puddles? Did someone have a wee in the floor? Oh wait, no, it's just the broken toilet. That's okay. Everything breaks in this house. Horrible Star Wars quality material. I guess this is what happens when, you know, Disney gets involved. Tee-hee. Sean mopping up the puddle while the toilet still leaks. Metaphor. It's very much a Sean metaphor. Oh, that reminds me of when it was raining when I was living in Liverpool and we were housemates and it was raining and all of a sudden Sean is like running around with pots and pans and I'm like, what the hell are you doing, Sean? And, like, are you actually cooking? And he's just putting the pots and pans on the windowsills so that when the window inevitably leaks, it'll catch all the water. In your will? You should fix yourself some lunch. Please do. Remember to eat. Remember to hydrate. What is the name of this book? This is a screenplay, yeah? See how happy Sean is that he mopped up that puddle. Never mind that the puddle is back already. Okay, so let's call this one... What's a video that he would make? Why... no... Oh, he's gonna love this one. Okay. So what's a film that he really hates? Oh, I can think of a bunch of films that I watched with him that I'm like, this is a great film, isn't it? And he never really had a really strong visceral reaction against them, but I want to think of something he hates. No, you know what? I'll just say Terminator. Terminator is genius, and here's why. I'm very subversive and contrarian. There we go. That's like a video that Sean would make, isn't it? Everything wrong with CinemaSins. Yeah, it's a shame. Like, it's like they had to make Killmonger really misogynistic in order to stop him from being the hero. It's very sad. Sean's Terminator opinion is correct and not contrarian at all. Well, I haven't seen any of the Terminator films. So, he's insisted that we watch it at some point and he can show me just how great it is. I don't know. Because he was trying to tell me that trying to convince me that the first film is better than the sequel. The sequel ruined the franchise, right? And I was like, just nodding away. And then I'm like, I've never actually seen either of these. And he was like, what? Abby, we're going to watch Terminator. And then he forgot. So it'll probably never happen. This music's very bad. Yeah, I get confused between Bob's Vids and Movie Bob. Like, the thing is, I know these people's names, but I never watch anything that any of them make. It's just nice to know that those videos exist. And from that, I'm like, okay, yeah. Because, I mean, it's all like, they're all... I don't know if this is something that would be disapproved of, but like, it's just white boy opinions. And yes, I agree with those opinions. But like, I don't need to hear them from them. I'd rather hear them from someone more interesting. I'm so sorry, shots fired. I just, there are more interesting people to... Because, like, you hear white boy opinions whether you want to or not. That's kind of how I feel. So, like, you just want to minimize your input and make sure that you go out... You have to go out of your way to maximize the input that you get from other demographics because you're going to hear white boy opinions regardless. You know what I mean? I wish I could be the kind of person who would just like hearing them no matter who says them. You know what I mean? But it's like, I don't care. I've spent my whole life being talked at by people who I generally agree with, but whose opinions I never asked for. And, I like all these people. I think they're great. It's just that style of, like, that, it's just not for me in terms, like, I will very, very gladly, and I constantly, well, I don't constantly, but I will often, like, help them on their videos and like proofread things, do sensitivity reading. I want to support this stuff because I'm happy they have those opinions. It's better that they have these opinions than the shit ones, right? But I just personally don't watch them, you know? I hope that makes sense. I'm not trying to diss them to say that their videos are shit. It's just this is my personal opinion that I think I've stated before, but I feel like I need to re-justify my actions and thoughts. We're still talking about Terminator 2, right? But yeah, and also it needs to be acknowledged that people listen to white people more. So I'm really glad that people like those, you know, like white cis men like that exist, who will give those opinions that I want people to hear, because they're not going to listen to me, you know? Who'd want to listen to me? I'm like all the wrong demographics. The algorithm certainly doesn't like me. Yeah, I believe Sean's opinion about Terminator is that the Terminator is like a dark horror film that does its job really well, whereas the Terminator 2 put it into action territory, and I think that's what Sean has the issue with, because he thinks that Terminator did a good job by itself. What are you doing, Sean? Are you writing your book? Good, good. Yes, do your work. What do they think of the Sarah Connor TV show? Never watched it. Oh, I remember when that came out. Then I stopped hearing about it like immediately after it came out. I love how Sean just puts up with Shuklia, even though Shuklia is very clearly always there to piss him off. It's like Shuklia is the me in this relationship. Oh, you finished writing a book! Yay! Oh, you're getting quicker at writing these books. Well done. Okay, sell to publisher. Terminator's genius, and here's why. There we go. Sean's opinions about Twitter map onto my opinions about Alien versus Aliens. I've heard similar things, actually, about Alien versus Aliens. Do weights every day, it's good. Got 40... Everything PragerU does wrong in 5 minutes got a lot of money. $196. The bell curve didn't do so well, though. Always good to see. I like reading this list of his books. I think that's... I forgot that they were going to line up like that, and it's nice to to see how Sean goes in the marketplace of ideas. I'm glad Sean has gone to the toilet of his own volition. That's a very good start to this day. Good, I'm happy with that. Serve brunch. Eggs and toast. That's like what we like eating too. Whenever we go out for lunch. Always just eggs and toast. We're so boring. Sims 4 no longer gives you a full list of books you've written. Ah, what arse. Is that bowl of mac and cheese still good? Wow, it just stays like that? You don't even need to cook, Sean. Stop it. Get down here. Grab a serving. Grab a serving of this 5-day-old whatever it is. Oh, Shuklia, where are you? Didn't you need to do something today? What are you doing? Gonna troll to forums? No! Practice magic. You need to get better at this so then we can go destroy the Empire. I mean, the Resistance. Dum bum 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 bum. Do you watch the White Boys TM videos about things that have nothing to do with race, like the Flat Earth ones? I actually don't. I've seen some of them when I've been giving feedback on first drafts and things. Like I'm pretty sure I watched through the Flat Earth one to give some feedback on the flow and things like that, and the speed running one, and most of Sean's, because Sean's been my housemate, I've been very easy to reach and convinced to watch his 2-hour, 3-hour scribes. So I've watched a lot of Sean's recent ones by virtue of being the only one, the only one in the house. Sigh. And I've helped a few other people on. Oh shit! I've forgotten everyone's names. Who's that? He's either British or American. He did one recently that I really liked. I feel bad that I've forgotten his name. I think I've shit, not American Johnson. The other one. Oh, what was it that he did? He did it about colonization, I think. No, about the concept of cultural genocide. That was him. Jack Saint's video. Yeah, I helped Jack Saint proofread and gave feedback on, like, I edited that one, which was really good. I think Jack Saint did a fantastic job on that one. Really, really proud of that one. Did a lot of good work. Finish making that. How long is it taking to make this one painting? I think you've been working on that one for the last 3 days. Ass. But yeah, anyway, like I say, I don't want anyone to mistakenly believe that when I grumble about, cis white boy opinions, it means that I don't like the fact that they have opinions. I really do. I just personally don't find it interesting to watch for pleasure, if that makes sense. I prefer to work on a consulting basis and help out there. No, what the? Oh my god. Okay, you have a shower and then paint this transportalate. Wow. You know what? We need to ramp up this mission, I think. Let's take Shuklia over to that magical land. I really like Thought Slime's video where he responds to a person responding to his video about landlords. Like, respondception. Eh? I especially like, making ception puns, or inception puns, since I realized that it doesn't actually make sense to say that, and that it pisses some people off when you make puns about that because it doesn't make sense. I say them more now. That's the kind of person I am. Did you read about the cultural genocide of the Sami people when you were reading about Norwegian or Swedish? Yes, we did. Sorry, the way I said yes made it seem like, that's a great thing. Yes, I did read about that. It was really, really interesting. And also, when I was in Norway and Sweden, I went to a few museums to sort of not specifically for that purpose, but I read a lot about Sami culture and what's happened to it. And there was one museum in Oslo that was really good, actually, which because the thing that tends to happen, and I'm not an indigenous person, disclaimer, so again, these are my irrelevant opinions on this issue, but at least for someone who's learning about these things, one thing that I feel like doesn't really help things is when museums talk about Sami culture, or indigenous cultures, and display them in museums like they're old and just traditional stuff that has no relationship with modernity. And when it's talking about Sami people and their culture, it tends to be for example, just these are the clothes that they wore, these are the foods that they ate, and all that. And there's no mention of the fact that they still exist, or that society has been irrevocably changed because of, their displacement and cultural genocide and things like that. Again, it's the contextualization. It's just these are traditional people. Let's have their traditions. When you know, obviously things aren't necessarily like that. I mean, there are festivals and things like that which try to preserve that, which is great, but like we can't deny that we have ruined their lives, like their traditional way of life, and that they're being forced to adapt to, you know, modern society. But yeah, this museum in Oslo, what was it? It was like a housing museum. It was like an outdoor museum. I don't know if Surfing Right, you know of the Oslo Museum of like architecture or something, and it showed all the different styles of housing in Norway over the years, and there was like a little section that was dedicated towards like Sami housing, which was great. So I was like, oh, it's traditional Sami housing. But then there's like a room which talks about the modernity of Sami life, and it had photos of modern Sami living in this century, and talked about the struggles that they've had to keep the languages alive, and about the Sami Council being formed and all that. So it sort of helped you get like a clearer picture of, you know, what they've had to deal with and what they've been trying to do to contend with modernity. That was really interesting. And like the course that I'm doing, the thing about Sami language was really interesting too, because there was also like they also addressed modernity, which was always a relief to me. Otherwise, it just feels like you're kind of pushing them aside. It's like, yeah, this is what they were like. Meh, whatever. These little people with their little traditions. Yeah, we learned about Sami in like the first or second week. It's really cool. Like a lot of the focus in this sociolinguistics class about language and society in Europe is about minority languages and about these kinds of displacements and things. So there's a lot of talk about cultural minorities, ethnic minorities, that sort of thing. It's been, I called it in the Discord like the platonic ideal of an undergraduate humanities subject. Very, very intersectional in looking at like the post-colonial aspect and looking at the, you know, minority rights aspect, intergroup contact. We're covering a lot of things, and, you know, very simply, of course, but, you know, it's being acknowledged, and I think that's fantastic. Oh, Mia Mulder has done videos on eugenics in Sweden, both regarding Sami and trans people. That's fascinating. I haven't seen any of Mia Mulder's videos. I met up with her in Sweden when I was in Sweden. I hadn't seen any of, like, I'm so bad. Like, I feel like I should at least watch one person's video before I meet up with them for the first time, but it's almost like I want to know the person behind the video before I watch them, if that makes sense. Because, you know, obviously we all put on personas when we're doing these videos and making this content, but I want to meet people. I don't want to meet a persona and then meet the person and find out that it's different. So, but yeah, she's a fascinating person to talk to about history. Like, she knows her stuff. I'd be interested in actually watching that Sami video. This class is actually about language and society in Europe, so it's not even strictly, you know, like Western Europe or anything, but there's a lot that's been looking at Norway. Like last week we were looking at semi-communication in Scandinavia, as it's called, where, you know, like people from different Scandinavian countries, well, when I say Scandinavian, I'm meaning sort of the main, well, Sweden, Denmark, Norway, about them talking together using their own languages. So, you know, a Norwegian speaking Norwegian to a Swedish person who's speaking Swedish, and them sort of working together to understand each other without speaking the other person's language. Yeah, so there's a lot of Scandinavian stuff, which has been pretty cool. You don't pay attention to anything that happens in Norway? I guess I can see that. Norway's pretty difficult to get around in, so I can I can see why it would be a 6-hour drive away. Yes, actually, the focus was Swedish-speaking Finns. and Finnish-speaking Swedish people. Those were the readings that we had to do. It was fascinating stuff. God, it's just such a good course. I'm just glowing about it, especially because some of the other courses I'm taking are a little bit dry. Like, I'm interested in the subject matter, but the classes are just run in a very dry way. I have Norwegian aunts and I can barely understand what they're saying. Oh, but most of my other relatives completely do. That's interesting. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, Hyberus, thank you so much for I think you called it derailing the conversation, but like I've been really enjoying myself. Like any excuse for me to talk about language, you can see I've got a big smile on my face. Like I will not shut up about this stuff, as you can tell. Got the curse of awkward embraces from losing too many jewels? Oi! No! Decursify! Discharge? Gross.
Oh, Bellino.
That was that was an awkward hug. You're just really into hugging and touching others now. It's too hard to resist. Awkward. That's funny. Okay, so why is your crotch? I guess you need to like Wait, where are you going? Come back! No, stop it! Magic, I guess you need to discharge, whatever that means. Oh, my epic duck, you're Danish. Okay, yeah, there was an interesting thing. There was a lot of Danish bashing in memes. We've got like a really nerdy Facebook group where we just like post language memes related to the subject, and there were so many Danish bashing memes from like Norwegian and Swedish. Like as a Danish speaker, you're probably familiar with the Carmeloso sketch from that Norwegian comedy group. I mean, I actually posted that meme. That's my confession. I posted that meme, but in my defense, it was sent to me by both a Norwegian speaker and a Danish speaker, so I assumed there would be no harm in posting it. Carmeloso. I've been to Denmark several times, and it's very nice, and I do like the way they speak, even though I don't think I would ever be able to pronounce any single word. Like, even pronouncing, like, I mean, I'm gonna say it the English way and say Copenhagen. Isn't it more like Copenhagen? I'm sorry. Please don't take offense at my laughter. It's laughter at myself. Not at the word I know, like, you tend to have a lot of soft vowels, is that right? Like the vowels aren't really pronounced, well, the consonants aren't really pronounced as heavily, right? And I have a friend who lives in like Odense. I practiced that for ages, but I still can't say it. Odense. One day I'll get there. And I love that you got a place called Middle Fart. Sorry, no, I'm joining in with the Danish bashing. It wasn't my intention. Danish is lovely. I think it sounds fine. It's wonderful. Whoa, jeez, you keep losing. Oh, it's because you keep going against like a Jewel Master. I just realized that that's what's going on there. Gav, turn back while you still can. How do you pronounce Mads Mikkelsen? Oh, I'm so so ashamed. I'm not ashamed. I'm never ashamed. That's the problem. Oh, what's up, fellow Danes? Yeah, the silent and implied. I've actually got a book on learning Danish because one of my former partners studied a semester in Denmark, which was the first time I went to Denmark, and then I acquired his Danish book afterwards because you know me, I just collect language books just in case I want to learn. I've got a Norwegian book as well that's written in Japanese, and so it's got the Japanese pronunciation system, so that's not going to be a possibility to learn Norwegian properly with this Japanese book. Oh, yeah, I saw that. I heard like we in our tutorial we were showed a lecture of like people from like a Norwegian speaker trying to say it and a Swede trying to say it and a Danish person trying to say it. It was very cute. You ever heard Mads Mikkelsen's voice acting in the Moomins cartoon? Oh my goodness, that would be adorable. I saw him in a Danish film at a film festival called like Cow and Chicken. What was it called? It had something to do with a chicken in it, but like he plays someone's brother. Like they're these two sort of kind of simple people who try to swindle someone, and then Men and Chicken, that's the one. And he gets to speak Danish in that one. So that was really interesting. I hadn't heard him speaking Danish before, and I felt like this is him in his element. He's, you know, doesn't have to speak English and be typecast as a foreigner because he's Danish in this one. Oh, you've got a place called Kristiansand. They got like Christian sport or something in Copenhagen, right? That's Brighton. Just doing all this magic. Are you casting together? Oh, you're being trained. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, what a bonding process you're having there. Look at that. Let's see. Oh, you're friends. You don't like any of your housemates, but you're friends with me. What about Kylo Ren? Acquaintances. Maze Middleton. Maze Middleton. Scandinavia is a really, really interesting region, I think, with like language-wise, especially with the sort of like intercolonization stuff that happened, like how Norwegian basically uses written Danish as their written system, but then they have another written system, which is it's so interesting. It's just like all these different possibilities for language. What does a Pepsi spell do? It is Pepsier. Well, let's hope she will sate her. She will quench her thirst for knowledge by learning this spell, eh? Yeah. Summons Pepsi to clean your coins. Bimo. Let's just speed that up a little bit. Oh, I'm so glad we've been having such interesting conversation about culture and language and all that. And everyone's got such cool insight as well. It's so nice having these conversations. My mouth is actually sore right now from smiling too much from this delightful conversation about language and culture. Oh, that's a problem. Ugh. Ow. You gonna have a nap on the couch again? Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm gonna switch control. Sean seems like he's doing well, so let's make him write another book. Write another YouTube video. Pepsi makes cops support Black Lives Matter protests by summoning attractive celebrities holding refreshing beverages. Oh, jeez. Oh, the memories. Oh, good, you're writing your book. No, you're browsing the web. Sean, get off Twitter. Let's write a fantasy. God, you have terrible taste in music, Sean. Rough-hewn sword maidens and brawny warrior men. This is a fantasy book. Oh, really? Oh, God, my jaw. Arrgh. What is the name of the book? The name of this book is fantasy. Something that's either Star Wars related or YouTube career related. Okay, the fantasy book title, The Cops Are the Good Guys Now. This is a fantasy. And we'll just leave that as a description. This is a fantasy book. Harry Potter and the Audacity. I think you should just leave it, The Audacity. Harry Potter and the Audacity. Cav of the... You're still not finished with that. How... What is it gonna take for you to finish this? Finish it. I'm gonna watch you this time. We're all gonna stand here and watch Cav of the Putt finish this painting. I don't know if there's any English resources, but read about the use of du, ni, you, and royal you across Swedish-speaking populations. Something is respectful to use ni, other thing is disrespectful and distant, and it differs from country to country and age. I'm guessing county to county, and age groups. Oh, that's so interesting. There's something about that with some indigenous languages as well. Like, I think it was some Australian indigenous languages have like mother-in-law language and other language. And mother-in-law language is special language which is used for your mother-in-law and other, high-status women. Yay! Finished writing an entire book! Yes, okay. And depending on the language, there's obviously some linguistic crossover with the huge numbers of indigenous languages we have, that exist in Australia. And sometimes the mother-in-law word for a particular concept is actually like the regular word in another language. So if you use the wrong one, you might end up, insulting your mother-in-law, basically. I thought that was really interesting. Okay, let's see. Cav of the Putt, how are you? Are you best friends with Sninny? No, you're just a friend with Sninny. I like that Sninny is the friend. This painting is like nothing. You just keep painting. Like, are you actually painting? Is this a glitch? Because I'm pretty sure you painted, you put like a wash over the top, like a colored wash. And now it's back to white again. We just need to not look away. Sean, stop distracting. I think this painting is bugged. I think I need to scrap that painting. Yeah, like that's not working out. Oh no, you're so happy. Okay, well, if you're that happy, you can write another book, can't you? Maybe Sean should start working out too. I know that's what he's into right now. Let's do another non-fiction, an expose on society. It comes across as super offensive to use NEET towards older generations of social democrats or lefties who fought really hard to get rid of it in Sweden. Oh. I'm Finnish and it feels regular level of polite and do sometimes feels too familiar. Wow. Oh, that's so cool. Wow, we've got like a bunch of, I mean, like, I don't know, does Finland count? Like, I know there's like a lot of thing about what is and is not Scandinavia. Like, one of my Danish friends insists that Iceland is not part of Scandinavia. And my Icelandic friend thinks that it is part of Scandinavia. It seems like it's all up to, and I know that like Finnish as a language has very little is not related to like Old Norse or anything. So in that sense, no, but it does have a connection with, it has got history with Sweden and all that. Finland isn't Scandinavian, it's Nordic. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I think that's what my Danish friend said about Iceland as well. It's Nordic, it's not Scandinavian. Whereas my Icelandic friend says it is Scandinavian and that he's just being a snob. I wonder how much of it is subjective and how much of it is like objective. You know what I mean? Like, if it's about a matter of majority opinion or whether there's... I mean, like, obviously you'd know more about this than me. I'm very, very ignorant. I've just had a bunch of people from different Nordic countries having different opinions. Never seeming to agree with each other. I remember my friend who's of Finnish descent was joking about our local Scandifest because it also included Baltic nations. Right. I know that like Icelandic, the language is Norse. I mean, it's a Norse language. Finnish is not a Norse language. I think it's, if anything, it's got more in common with like Hungarian or something, right? Does this mean that the Monty Python Knights Who Say Ni sketch is actually about the mortifying ideal of being known? I think of Iceland as being Scandinavian. Like, see, look, we got some parlance going on. Parlance is probably not the right word, but I love the back and forth. I like it when I like hearing everyone's thoughts on these things. This has been a fun stream. What is the name of this book? I think this was going to be a non-fiction. Yeah, because he's telling it like it is. I'm going to call it Telling It Like It Is. Oh, it'll be a series. Politics. Everything wrong with politics in 500,000 words. No, in 500 pages. It's good. I'm having too much fun with that, and that's never going to be seen. Cav, you can't just make Shonen 2 as Netflix comedy special, right? Yes, I can. I can and I will. Shawnee Gervais. Oh, he'll love that. Finish reading a book? No. Win a card game. Royalty report. Let's have a look at this. Star Wars for Kids getting $3. To Fight Like the Mighty Tarantatek, $4. Good Night, Sweet Jabba, 50 simoleons. The Bell Curve Exposed. This is when he went from being Star Wars themed into YouTube themed. The Bell Curve Exposed, 48 simoleons. Steven Crowder Couldn't Be Prouder, 98 simoleons. That was the poetry book, wasn't it? Everything PragerU does wrong in 5 minutes. 206 simoleons. Oh, that one's been a big seller. I guess that's what happens when you make clickbait, right? I got out of bed this morning and you can too. 164 simoleons. Do weights every day. It's good. 37 simoleons. No one trusts his ideas. Terminator is genius and here's why. 174 simoleons. The cops are the good guys now. The fantasy book. 213 simoleons. Nice. I really like this royalty report we're getting. I hope it just continues to get bigger and that I will always see all the books that we've written because we're getting a nice collection going here. I am a little worried about your friendship with Emperor Palpatine though, Darth Sean. Ooh, shiver. Ooh, Cavi's awake. Cavi the Oh, we're having a nice unpleasant conversation. Shuklia really likes making everyone uncomfortable. Oh. Okay, so we were both getting something out of that. That's good, I guess. Hey, you're energized, but you need to sleep. So why don't you, like, sleep? Oh, you know what? I'll get you a better bed, because this is probably... Oh, upgrade. Massage controls, eh? Nice. Sleep! Write a book for Palpatine. Oh, yeah! And then give it to him as a present. That's really nice. I love that Kevin the Putt sleeps in a clown costume. What's next in the talent points? What are we going for? We're trying to get... Sim has significantly increased chances of winning a duel. That's what we want. I want to kick that person's butt, even though they are technically a lot better at magic than me. Well, what else can we do? Extra servings will be in the cauldron each time a potion is successfully created. I don't know how to make potions. Maybe you need to learn that. Incredible forager. Unlock magical... Oh, that would be fun. Magical social interactions. Yes. Okay, now, Shuklia. Why are you uncomfortable? What's going on there? What's wrong with this house? Why does it just... Why is it so unpleasant? Oh, it's because the lights are... Let's install a bunch of lights. Wait. Living room? Where are the lights? Stop it! Oh, what are these? Duffel of cash. Huh. Emblems of espionage. Every self-respecting spy needs gadgets. Pencil holder, hotel folded bath towels. Did I steal those from somewhere? Oh, I've watched one of my former partners play Inside the whole way through the whole game, and it is scary and it does creep me out, but oh my god, like the final act, it was so funny. Like, I'm still very good friends with this former partner of mine, and like what was really cute was, and what I'll never forget is the final act started, and like his friend made him play it the whole way through, and his friend was saying, you need to play this all the way through, and I want to be there when you play it, because there's one part I think you'll absolutely love. And then the third act came, for the final act, and like I've got a video of it. He was literally jumping for joy. Like, he was playing with the controller, and like it happened, his eye, like his face, I've never seen him so happy before, and he was like jumping up and down and like giggling and stamping his feet, and it was the most adorable thing. Oh, bless. I'll need to find that and watch it again sometime. It was so funny. Ah. Wait. That's funny, because like this person is like a video game critic. So like, I couldn't imagine him writing a professional opinion about that film. I mean, about that game. Like, I was literally jumping for joy. Oh. It was the best thing. It's probably one of the cutest things I've seen in my life, and I've kept ducks and bunnies, you know. I know that exact sort of euphoria when I played certain games. It's always sweet when you can make it a shared moment too. Yeah. I feel that way showing people Swiss Army Man. Although, in the case of Swiss Army Man, not everyone likes it. Some people have a very strong visceral reaction against it. So, like, I guess in that case, I'm more attracted to the chaos. Just the fact that you never know. It's like a box of chocolates is Swiss Army Man. Okay, time to go to the cauldron. Yeah, grab a serving from the cauldron. Jeez. Go to bed! Wait, I thought I sent you to bed before! You ass! Oh, that's right, I was gonna buy you a new bed, wasn't I? Energy 5. Let's get you one that is actually comfortable. That might be good. Now that we have money to burn. Is Cav attracted to chaos? Unprecedented. Oh, you know me too well. I didn't despise Swiss Army Man, but it felt like Reddit made a movie. Oh, that's an interesting assessment. It's actually my favorite movie of all time. And I didn't come up with that opinion the first time I watched it. The first time I watched it, I was a little bit like, I don't know whether the directors had the best intentions. Like, you know, like, I don't know whether I can trust the directors, you know, motivations for making this film or the story that they're trying to get across. But then the second time I watched it, I was like, this is the best. This is my favorite movie. This is so good. And it's, yeah, I felt that way ever since. Now that is a really expensive bed, but hey, high energy and we can afford it. So what the hey? Wait. Oh, is it because I've got flowers everywhere? Okay, let me just... Oi! Ah! Oops, sorry. Sorry for screaming. It was in your top 3 of that year? You've never heard of Swiss Army Man? Oh! Okay, are you in my Discord server, Hextralian? If so, I want you to... If ever you feel like watching a movie... You are? Yes, okay. You know we've got the film chat channel in there, yeah? If you're able, what I would very much appreciate you to do is if you ever do watch Swiss Army Man, do not read anything about it. Like, don't read anything. Go in completely blind, right? And then watch the movie. And then after the movie is finished, I would love it if you could tell me what you think the movie is about. So, okay, first, tell me whether you liked it. Tell me what you thought about it. You know, good, bad, ugly, whatever. Everything's fine. I just love hearing, what people think about it. And then I want you to tell me what you think the movie's about, because it's very, very rare that I've gotten the same two the same two thoughts on what it's about. And that's exciting to me. It's on Netflix! Sorry, it's on Netflix? Really? It's not on Australian Netflix? Oh my god! That's great! Hooray! Let's expose it to everyone. It's available on Prime in your place. Yeah, if you haven't seen it and you feel like watching a movie, it's a movie where you kind of would want to sit and watch through the whole thing. It's not a movie you want to watch while you've got something else on or while you're doing something else. It's one of those sit and watch films. Otherwise, you might miss, I don't know, something that you might want to comment on later. But yeah, I just googled Swiss Army Man Netflix and there was a result. There no more. Oh, okay. It might have been and not be on anymore. Or it might still be on. Yeah. We may never know. Oh, poor Sean's got a shitty bed. I mean, this bed is big enough, but like, no. It's my bed. It's my gigantic bed that I'm too small for. Sean can sleep in the uncomfortable bed. What are you laughing at? Go into the other realm. No, practice magic. Yeah, the soundtrack is like even after I was a little bit not 100%, like I hadn't really made up my mind about the film. The moment the film finished, I went and we went back home. I watched it with the same partner who was jumping up and down playing that game. But I bought the soundtrack and bought him a copy. Soundtrack is so good. Like, I'm not very much into sort of like, little wishy-washy, sappy indie soundtracks. But like, this one, So clever. Has Cav played Little Nightmares? No. I think I've watched a stream of Little Nightmares and it was terrifying. But I'm gonna add that to the list actually. Little Nightmares. Like I've already got where is it? There was another. There's a game, Never Ending Nightmares, and there's another game that's about a child, which I've got the demo of, which I was thinking of playing for the Nerpathon this year. But I'll add Little Nightmares as well, because it is very scary. It's similar to Inside. Ah, I see. Yeah, it's got Daniel Radcliffe and Paul Dano in it, and yeah, Daniel Radcliffe is very good in the role that he plays, I think. Yeah, there's a layer of self-awareness to the soundtrack, and what I really, really like about the soundtrack is, at least to me, I see it as a soundtrack existing inside the main character's head, because it's made entirely of his vocalizations, and he's just someone who likes to sing to himself, and then everything just kind of echoes. I just love the idea that the entire soundtrack is just, except for when they find, sorry, no, I don't want to give things away, but like most of it is just vocals. What? Oh, that's me. I was wondering who the hell that was. I disagree with the Reddit comparison because Swiss Army Man has so much unabashed sincerity and love in it. Diegetic, yeah, I think that's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, and I looked up I didn't look up. We did a screening of Swiss Army Man with my film club that I have for Twitch subscribers and patrons one time, and Mr. Fist, one of the members of the Discord who's really into film and like really, really cluey about film, organized a little pre-show where we watched all, because Swiss Army Man was a debut film by these two directors called the Daniels, and he organized a little pre-show with all the music videos that they had made leading up until Swiss Army Man. It was like his selection, and he selected every single music video based on some kind of connection it had with the Swiss Army Man, or like the way that they approached Swiss Army Man. Like it was, I was so proud. You know, it just makes you feel good when, you know, it's like, oh, we got a little community going here. We're all having fun. We're all contributing. You know, like it's not just me talking at people. It's like conversations that are being had. It was so cool. Yeah, the music videos were fantastic. They were really good choices, and they all, like, I think they really informed the feel or where the film was going to go for people who were new to it. It was just fantastic. You read it as completely sincere? Yeah, not diegetic exactly. Yeah, no, it's not 100%, but like I think there's a large element. It's very vocal heavy, which I think is really good. Are you trolling to forums while Sean's trying to sleep again? Shuklia, you're so evil. Yeah? Practice magic some more. Manage your mischief. Seeing people's first time reactions for turned down for what was the music. Oh my god, I watched that video clip like 3 or 4 times afterwards, and it was like I sent it to Sean, and Sean was like, you haven't seen that before? And he was like really taken aback. I sent it to my sibling because like my sibling is a dancer, and I was like, this is just amazing what they've done here. So funny, like just real piss take. Oh, fantastic stuff. Are you gonna
Asio, Volvi Narbeast.
Volvi nor beast? Sounds a bit rude. Where's Cav? Cav! Oh my god, you always need to sleep. What is wrong with you? I got you a better bed. Like, just sleep. You ass. Sleep. God damn. It's like all Cava the Putt does is just sleep, wake up, eat, go back to bed. What's wrong with you? Oh jeez, no, that's my life. That's my life right now. Oh my god, this has just gotten really real. Ooh, okay, Sigh. Okay, what are you gonna do, Shuklia? I'm gonna talk with the droid. Let's just leave Shuklia to her own device. She's gonna troll to forums again. You have like boundless energy. What's wrong? Like, how come you have so much energy and no one else has energy? Eat, sleep, rave, repeat. Maybe if you get hungry, you can cook some more mac and cheese. Oh, you should also, like, study first order schematics. Oh wait, no. Yes, study first order schematics. Yes. Do that. And then have a shower. And then have some feed. Where's the shower? Oh, downstairs. Wait, where did you just pick that off the floor? That's disgusting, Sean. You're disgusting. Wait, did you finish that book you were reading before? Did you? Telling it like it's politics. Telling it like it is politics. Oh, okay, so after you've done that, you need to publish this book. Everything wrong with politics in 500 pages. It was on a plate, not on the floor. Oh, well, you know. It was a plate on the floor. You rock, a celebration of you. Okay, what's a confident book? Reaction video. I watch. It's something that, you know, he'd need to be really confident, you know, like Oh. No, that requires very low confidence, honestly. Your dog. Why your dog is smarter than Ben Shapiro? It was on a plane. That's a very good title for a confident book. I mean, that is confidence, right? Oh my god. Okay, so there we go. And you're still eating too. Are you eating while working? Okay, how are you? You are hungry? Drink. What are you drinking? Eat! If you're hungry, eat! Why water? It's weird. Or go get the potion. Oh wait, no, don't, no. Should get Shuklia to magic some more foods. Have dinner, vegetable dumplings, and then have a shower, and then paint, because that's what you're meant to be doing. That's what you're meant to be doing this whole time. You ass. Paint from reference. Oh, I don't have any reference pictures. Oh! Actually, I had a thought. We'll see when we get to it. To be fair, you need a very high IQ to understand Sean's politics. Oh. I hope you say that knowing the bell curve, like having watched the bell curve video, because that's a very good joke if so. Cav sneaking outside in the middle of the night dressed in their favorite clown costume. You know me. so good at cooking. So good at microwave cooking. I like stirring food through the microwave door and then taking it from the microwave and putting it in the oven. That's good cooking, yo. I think I was able to take a photo in-game and then my sim could take a picture of the photo. Oh. Was that like a little skip? Okay, we'll make Sean publish his books. His 2 books. And then we'll call it a night, I think. I love the way that I move. It's so cute. Shuklia! Jeez! Okay. Oh, you need to... Well, you know, there is another toilet here. You understand that, right? I guess you kind of wanted to have a shower too. Well, why don't you brush your teeth and then go to bed? It's a beautiful night in Batu too, and you are a horrible clown. Formosa? Privacy invaded. Do we not have a door on this? Is that what the problem is? No, we have a door. It's transparent. So maybe that's the issue there. Ah! Oh, I thought I was going to be able to use a photo that I... Oh. Well, this is not very... What if I take a photo of... I'll call this Canvasception. Can't wait to see how that one comes out. And to see how much money I get for that one. Why are you so angry? Oh, God, typical Sean. Oh, well, now he's feeling confident. Those are Sean's 2 emotions. Darth Sean finished writing an entire book. Nice. It was on a plate, not on the floor. Put the easel next to Darth John's computer and paint him writing a book. Okay, so look at how that's coming along. That does not look like the canvas, actually. I think you could have just left the canvas looking the way that it did. That is... Wow, and that's worth a lot of money, even though that is not what that looked like. Okay, well let's save there. That was fun. Anger leads to writing, writing leads to confidence. Alright, so what are we gonna finish the stream on? We're gonna... Okay, we've got Darth Sean talking to the droid.
Barba ho!
Barba ho!
Yes, a narp schmazzle.
Okay, that's a bit rude. Alright! Let's find somebody to raid, shall we? Okay. Oi! Come back, Sean! Stop it! I wanna... Sean! Where'd he go? Okay. Okay, we've got Bunny Bubble Tea playing Among Us, and we've got... Oh! Stresshead 95 playing A Short Hike. Okay, let's... Stresshead 95. Okay, we'll just... Okay, raid. Stresshead 95. I'd love to play A Short Hike sometime. Thanks so much for joining me. I had some great conversation. Very much appreciated hearing everyone's insight about European languages. We're gonna... Alright, I'll see you all next time. Everyone get the honks in chat ready. And tomorrow, me and Darth Sean will be back. We'll be back for some Stardew Valley. See you.